morning, everybody. Hello, it's We Are Live. Happy Friday to you and yours. It's too damn cold out there. I'm contemplating why I still have a mustache on my face. Halloween has passed. It is no longer Cocktober. I might just have a thing for looking like a firefighter. I'll look into that more. We will be joined by Marvis Morell shortly. Sounds like he just moseyed in. Let's quickly say hello to our executive producer, Christopher Gardner. Good morning, Stream Queen.
Good morning, gentlemen. And good morning, Travis.
Hey guys!
Over there.
Hey Gardner! Hey Denman!
It's the day after Cocktoberfest ends, and
Well, already taking full advantage.
I guess I
Does this mean I can have the
could have
volume on my
predicted
laptop?
this.
Live?
Yeah, we're live.
That's the name of our show, that's funny.
Yeah. So, kind of fits. He's taking his coat off. Doing a little Mr. Rogers routine, it looks like, over there right now.
He is a
Except
big public access
Now
for
I
kids.
just saw his ass
Yeah.
crack when he pulled his
Now you're breaking it
hoodie
down.
off.
Hmm.
I don't think
Well-
Mr. Rogers ever did that.
I don't either. That would be illegal in most states. Plenty to get into today. Travis will say hi. I know Gardner has his favorite regular guest in Sam Lyons coming in, joined by Mia Jackson. All kinds of fun stuff to get
Mia.
to. We're even going to do some recasting call with Ghostbusters.
Correct.
You sure it's not still Cocktober? Maybe a little hangover?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely have a hangover right now. It was weird yesterday not preparing anything.
Did it feel good or did it feel empty?
It just felt weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just
What was
Was
your favorite part of Cocktober? So many great moments.
I think it was
You
developing.
released the playlist yesterday.
Yeah, the playlist was fun. I put the playlist out there yesterday, the complete one. It was nice giving away the inaugural Lifetime Achievement Award to Larry Joe Bird, but I think it was just gathering the sponsorships beforehand.
Sponsorships?
Yeah,
Oh, how did that go?
it went very well.
Okay.
And talking to those people and getting that all done and telling them, what the month is about and why we're celebrating. And to see the glow in the sparkle in their eyes when
There
I
was a
told them
sparkle?
about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And to see them just fully involved. Really, the first day, too, when we, released the ideas of what we were doing, the details of what we were doing, when we had hey, here's the playlist. Hey, here's pop culture. Hey, here's a prayer. Hey, here is the anthem.
Did you feel a little bit like L. Ron Hubbard?
Man, do I get a tax break if that's the case?
I think so. I mean, he was literally a failed science fiction writer
Yeah.
and created a movement that became one of the world's largest real estate companies.
I don't want this to get too big because then it gets co-opted by people
Yeah.
and they don't always have the best intentions.
The
and
spirit-
understand the spirit. You're right.
No longer there.
Right. And it's so I want it to stay at a certain level.
Travis Farrell's here. Happy Brovember
Oh, thank
to
you.
Mm-hmm. We've moved past Cocktober, and we're just going to feature bro things every month.
I
Now
tell you
we've got a
what.
prayer, and it just kind of goes like, Is that how? Remember that in the Wolf of Wall Street?
That was in the film.
McConaughey was
I
in
haven't
there
seen
for
Wolf of Wall Street.
quite good.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because it falls into one of those categories again for you. One of the films that
Here.
Gardner would absolutely love that he has not seen.
I'm going to make this promise to you
Okay.
the day after Cocktober ends. In February, I will sit down.
Blackuary.
Blackuary.
Thank you.
Black History Month. I will watch Black Panther. We might have to watch it in the office. I might want to view it with you.
Okay.
We can just film reactions.
I'm sure I'll have some.
Now I don't know. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna have to probably. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can make that work. I was just trying to thinking.
Oh, does it need qualifiers? Does
Well,
it not
no.
stand alone on its
I
own?
was trying to think what streaming device it was going to be on.
I think it's on Netflix, isn't
It's
it?
currently on Netflix, but I think it will leave Netflix soon because the
Oh.
good folks at Disney will now start putting their content on
Well,
their
I'm sure
platform.
you'll have that.
My phone just told me, yeah, right?
I think we'll be
Yeah,
okay.
I know it's on your Christmas
Yeah,
list already.
you're not gonna have the Disney streaming
Right,
app. Okay.
yeah, all right,
All right.
yeah.
Whatever.
You sure you don't get that with your ass kissing in the House of Mouse?
Yeah. You.
I got a thing on my phone that says
You-
text that I get it for free with Verizon for a year.
Yeah, you do.
I thought it was spam. I was like, I'm
No,
not falling
that
for
is
this.
true. Disney recently signed a deal with Verizon where all their customers get a year's service of Disney Plus.
Sign up for that and end up on some kind of a trading market in a foreign country.
No, no, Verizon will take good care of you. I'm sure they're not spying on your phone right now.
It just winked at me. The phone.
Hmm.
It literally winked at me.
Your boy who was on Rogan, he talked about how your phones spy on you. What's the kid's name? Edward Snowden.
'Cause
And he was talking about how your cell phone does things.
you listened to Snowden on Rogan?
I just saw a highlight that was on.
Okay.
It was on one of my news feeds, and I saw that there was the headline like Snowden weighs your cell phone, spies on you, and I was
For
like,
sure does.
and no doubt it does. There's no doubt, and gosh, I can't wait to the study in 20 years where they're like, oh yeah, we have an active mic that ultimately listens to your conversations, and that's how all those ads pop up on your phone.
Oh, it has to
That's
be.
not. Yeah, that's not. You don't need 20 years. You
That's
told me
true.
that 20 months ago.
What do you guys think is going to be the big reveal? Because I feel like we're getting to that point where things that were controversial 20 years ago, we're starting to get some of the origin stories behind those things. What do you think it will be for us? What do you think will be the thing that you want to see in 10 to 20 years that you want to see ultimately exposed, and finally you have answers that you've always sought?
Oh, well, I mean, when you say it like that, I think bigger than phones,
Okay.
obviously.
Hadron colliders, or
Aliens or
that was one thing Snowden did say. He's like, I had stupid access. He said he had ridiculous, unnecessary access
Mhm.
to anything. Not once did he see anything alien.
He did not
oriented.
have access to everything.
All he was saying was, in
Yeah.
his vast intelligence experience, he's
He
like,
didn't,
I didn't see shit.
what in the stuff, and he would not have access to everything. There's certain areas he wouldn't.
I
and
love how you speak as an authority.
I know.
You are correct. I believe you.
I
that
know-
you're correct, but the gall,
There's
the bravado in which you speak.
There's a particular area to which he did not have access.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A 51 area?
No.
Oh,
This
okay.
is certain classified materials.
That you're aware of, but the intelligence.
I'm
officer
sure he's
was not.
aware of them.
Mm,
I'm just saying he didn't have access to them.
got it.
That's all.
Okay. Again, the the
And until
smug
someone-
behavior.
Well, he's from the thought that, and Gardner's at the point where he feels that he knows there is some form of evidence that does exist, so he refuses to believe
Oh,
that the United States government doesn't have any
Well,
files.
not just
Well, the
the United
Navy-
States government,
Well,
also
certainly.
the Vatican,
Sure,
the church
of
itself.
course.
Freemasons,
Oh no.
Pizza Hut headquarters.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Pizzagate?
Oh.
We doing this again?
Is there a particular topic or issue that you want like a expose on in 10 years on 60 Minutes?
Well, I will say this about phones in particular, and this was predicted years ago. I mean, privacy rights, privacy issues are going to be a big thing for us as technology
Certainly.
advances.
Oh, the things.
And we can't figure it
the
out.
things they've already. I mean, even just saying it. Like, think about in the moment. Everybody's like, "Yeah, 9/11 sucked. I don't care what you do. Just make it never happen again." And this is a key point of what
Mhm.
Snowden was saying was he's like, Cheney came in and pushed beyond every boundary ever imagined from taking away
Hey, how do we-
people's basic rights.
How do we
Free.
how do we take away freedoms
Mhm.
and take away certain rights, like you said there, and sell it to the pub? Oh, I know. You just got to package it right. You got to market it right. It's about branding, right, Travis?
Right.
Let's call it the Patriot Act. Who's going to go against patriots?
Certainly not anybody in the NFL.
There you go.
So even they got to the point where there was a story that could have been broke by the New York Times. They stood down because they felt the country didn't need it at that point. Ugh. Either way, happy Friday, everybody! Big
Ooh,
weekend.
spooky,
like this.
scary,
Nope.
but that was last night.
It's November.
I think that would. Yeah, that would probably be privacy as far as what cell phones have
Yeah.
been. And I think, I'm not sitting
I
up
mean,
here trying to
there's-
pretend to be surprised about what our cell phones and our computers and everything can currently do. There was a moment in time where those cell phone companies and the United States government and everybody, I don't know if they got into a room, but it was understood that they were going to put out these mass devices that were going to ultimately intrude on your
For
personal
no
life.
good reason, he said AT&T has kept unbelievable records for I guess for money purposes, but for no good reason, the government has access to everything.
Oh, no doubt.
You want acknowledgement. You want the oral history, the origins.
I do.
Yeah,
I want to see, and maybe it did start with Cheney, maybe long before Cheney, but there had to have been a conversation between obviously some high-level government officials and these top executives at these cell phone companies and these electronic companies, where it was almost understood that, hey, whether it was post 9/11 or before, that these devices have these type of capabilities, and if we really wanted to, just at a snap of a finger, we can turn it on and we can hear and get any type of information that we want from millions and millions of Americans. And I think we see these breaches every day, and we already know, as Chris just pointed out, how AT&T collects all this information on these cell phones, collect all this data to resell or just to store.
What about your computer?
Or, just your computers and all these devices that people have. There was a moment in time where it was like, oh yeah, let's give her the green light, and I'm curious.
And the
as to
cloud
how
makes
it
it
started.
easier.
No, absolutely.
Ooh.
And I think that's one of those things, like our generation, once we get older, I think that's the thing our kids are going to ask us, like, you guys let them do what? That's going to be their moment. Like how we are sometimes with our grandparents when it comes to like, damn, man, y'all didn't all just get together and just go after the Klan? Their question to us is going to be, wait, so you just said, fuck it, United States government and cell phone companies have all the information that you want?
Well, that's why you got to put very capable people in charge of cybersecurity issues, right?
Yeah, that's a good point, Chris. Now, I don't know if you knew this. There was a new consultant added to the cybersecurity team for the United States of America, a person I think you would have probably had in mind if you were wanting to lead or have consult on a cyber attack team. Can we go to that story, Gardner?
This gentleman right here.
I'm sorry.
Rudy Giuliani.
The guy who butt dialed a reporter?
Yes. Recently announced to the president's cybersecurity consultant, had to call the good folks at Apple so he could unlock his phone. I'm not making this up. I wish I was. But Rudy Giuliani needed to go to the Apple store. Oh, boy.
This is the receipt, I guess, or some of the information.
Did you see at the
on-
top, Rudolph Giuliani? Basic troubleshooting is at the top. Customer came in with an iPhone that had a forgotten passcode and the phone had been disabled. Proceeded with DFU restore and will set up the phone again from a current iCloud backup.
Oh.
Service solution. Reason restore, reinstall.
Yeah.
Well, the problem was his old standby 6969420 was not opening the phone.
They quoted
Hey,
some.
you know what my keypad password is? Watch. 696942.
Gardner, can you pick up that picture?
They quoted some national security experts in the story. They were like, he went to where? That's crazy.
The personal lawyer
Get some 23
to the President of the United States.
Like, he gave up his phone to somebody just with information on it? Like,
Blue
oh.
Ribbon Committee on Cybersecurity. He is a consultant, and that's the guy. I think,
Truth isn't truth.
but I don't want to go down the wormhole today.
Yeah, calm down.
I know.
Calm down.
What are you going to do?
It's just funny. We were talking about that, and it made me think of that story.
This is who we are.
This is who we are. And I don't like to say that because it falls under the Chris Gardner umbrella like, what are you going to do? I don't want to be the what are you going to do guy.
So what are you going to do?
But at this point, I think
You got too much else going
we've
on.
done all the screaming and the yelling and the protesting. And at this point, the only
talking
way
about
to
you
solve
every
any of
day?
this is definitely me every day. And I'm happy with the impeachment process moving forward. But at this point, I think the only way this works is just voting. There's nothing else. Honestly, like, seriously, people like you and I, there's nothing else really we can do. all we can do is just stand by and watch how these processes are gonna play itself out. But
I
we
do
just have
find
to
that
get
fascinating to watch and compare it to other ones.
Watergate versus stupid Watergate.
Well, there's the players involved when you look at the people that got in trouble before, and you can find a lot of parallels. And it's just kind of weird how that. I guess it's not even weird. It's just predictable.
It is oddly predictable. I think, but I've said this before. I just think I would not be as surprised just with the developments that take place often in this country, whether it's Zuckerberg in front of Congress or what's going on in the White House.
Sell ads.
But I think I think the biggest thing that bothers me is that there's only a particular group of people who can do that. There's only a particular group of Americans who can do that. Like, and I mean, like, if a woman had 16 dudes come forward and say, dude, like, she grabbed my junk, like, in public. Like that woman would be just completely eviscerated in the media.
It's a lie. The kissing bandit ran onto professional fields of the United States for decades.
But in this instance where we saw the representative, the Democrat that, had her nudes leaked and, her affair with their staffer exposed.
Not really leaked if you upload them to a site, right?
Were they uploaded to a site?
Yeah.
I don't think she uploaded them to a site.
I
think
saw one blip that said she was. Are we talking about the same one?
Yeah, the Hill.
It could be a different one.
Representative Hill or
She
former
was on
Representative Hill.
some sharing site.
Yeah, but I think that was a private account that our ex-husband got a hold of, allegedly, and because they're going through a breakup, he decided to,
okay. I didn't know that.
and been put it in part of a third party so he could avoid revenge
There's
porn
a
laws.
revenge porn aspect to
But
it.
and that's the only thing I think about all these controversies that really trouble me and why I took a sabbatical from Twitter.
Revenge porn thing right there, that goes into the privacy issues and stuff.
Absolutely.
My favorite response to that behavior, real quick, Whitney Cummings, some like hackers were like, give us, however much money.
Yeah.
So she just goes to Twitter and she's like, look at my titty.
Yeah.
Here's me naked. I'm not letting them do this to me.
That was only like a month ago or
Yeah.
something,
Not
right?
too long ago. That's my only complaint is that I think we all know that if a woman or a person of color were doing some of these acts, if there was a Tyrone Giuliani or if there was a Cheryl Giuliani, there would be a larger amount of scrutiny on these individuals.
Ben
I'm trying to-
Carson seems to do all
I'm
right.
trying to figure out how you're picking the names.
I don't know how I
Yeah,
said
if I
it.
said those
I don't know
names, you'd
how
be like,
I I don't know
there
how
can't be
I
a
said it
Blair
on those.
Steve. Yeah.
I don't know how I said it on that.
I would like to know, like, talk about getting into other people's brains. I only want to go in there for like 5 seconds.
Yeah,
of
please
yours,
do.
And it's only when you're trying to come up with the name,
Yeah.
a made-up name of someone.
Curtis.
I want to see what happens when, Leotis
synapses.
Seattle pops in there. Like, what happens when that occurs?
I think, and to Chris's point, you said this before, just when everybody can then be judged on that same plane, then I'll be game. But it's just, there's a certain group of individuals throughout history who've been given room to misbehave more than other groups. And that's the thing that bothers me more than anything, because when that group does it, it's, well, let's see. When another group does it, is like, oh, shit, what are we even talking about? Fucking throw them in jail for 45 years. Why are we even discussing it? So that's why I'm always on edge when it comes to these type of things, because it just ain't right, Chris. It just ain't right.
Don't be woke, though. I saw Barack say that lately.
I saw that. And I feel like he does his summit almost. I guess it's this thing he does in Chicago every year, now in the same year. Because it was last year, what we talked about on the radio
He
side.
didn't care for how people were disrespectful towards women in hip hop.
He was taking shots at hip hop.
Oh, it was dancing.
And it was dancing and twerking. It was the twerking
Twerking,
thing.
that's
Yes,
what it
he was on the
was.
twerk thing. And then he was talking about the woke politics.
I don't need 8 girls twerking on me.
Barack Obama, and I said this a year ago on the radio, and I'll say it again today, Barack Obama falls into that generation of African-American men who truly believe, and it's similar to what Bernie Sanders said recently, that it's just a matter of respect, a matter of this generation not showing respect to authority figures. That's why authority figures are, according to Bernie Sanders, shooting you in the face. And along those lines, Barack Obama talked about woke politics and everything.
Watch yourself with Bernie, man.
Here's what I'll say, and I'll say it again. I said it to Barack. I went on a rant last year about Barack and
You
twerking. 'Cause
ranting?
I did. When he came to twerking, don't you dare tell these black women they can't shake their ass in my face.
Miley Cyrus invented twerking.
Okay, let's relax there. But Barack Obama, listen here.
Oh boy.
I love you, my brother. I miss you, my brother. You were a great American president. But sit your old black ass down. Ain't nobody trying to hear you talk about woke politics or anything else. Y'all the same generation that put us in the current predicaments that we're in.
Oh boy.
You're going to sit up here. Now we got to clean up y'all mess. And you up here talking about, we too woke. Well, if y'all want some bitch asses, we wouldn't be in these situations as we are right now. I love you. Tell Michelle and the kids I said hello.
You gonna throw an OK Boomer in there?
Okay, boomer.
Okay.
That's all. That's all I got to say. Stop blaming young people for the shit that the old people screwed up. I don't know why these kids aren't out here doing this. Well, it's probably because you guys fucked it up. Why aren't you out here buying homes? Because you fucked up the housing market.
Oh,
Sorry.
I don't want to cut the lawn. That's why.
Well, that's it. Well, that's
I
what
like
being
my
honest.
apartment.
Don't you get sick and tired of hearing your parents say, "Oh my goodness, this generation, you guys just you don't
parents don't say that.
do."
That's
My parents
wow.
don't
It's
say
like
that.
I'm in their living room right now.
This sounds just
Oh,
like
you
Blair Dog.
Nailed it. Classic Joe.
Plus, it's hard to go after my dad when he's won like numerous volunteer awards.
Yeah, your dad's like a. Have you seen a picture of Gardner's dad? Can you at one day, maybe next week, post a picture of your father?
I can
Because I
probably
think
get
it
up.
provides the necessary backstory
getting a little
that our
weird.
audience doesn't
Well,
have.
he's been growing his beard out.
You got,
Oh.
yeah, you got to see this.
He wants me to go to South Dakota with him next year to visit my great uncle
And stay there.
and help him build a deck.
Essentially.
And I'm
Okay.
like,
And you're like,
hold on
You're
here.
like, Dad, you know who you're asking,
yeah.
right?
I go, I thought we've been through this before. Like, I helped you with side jobs on roofs growing up, and I thought you did that to make sure that I never did hard labor, that I wasn't good at it, that we found that out early on,
Right.
and this is not going to be who I am. I
Got
thought because I know what's going to happen is I'm going to try and help you, and you're just going to yell at me because I'm doing it wrong. And that's going to be a week of that. No, it will be close to Sylvan Lake, which is featured in National Treasure Book of Secrets.
So that's what it was really about.
So maybe I'll go
That's
take
what
a
it's
break
really
over
about.
there and kayak around
That's what it's really
while
about.
smoking. I'll try and find a picture of him that I have here, though. He's got the beard going right now.
He looks
And also every year he plays Santa at various events throughout O'Fallon, and goes to like City Hall and does stuff, does whatever. He helps put together their celebration of lights. He built a John Deere tractor from wood to put on a display. I
That's
showed
pretty
Travis
dope. I
a
saw.
picture of it
Pretty nice.
yesterday.
So let me get this straight. When we
Yeah,
have
he
to-
does. Yeah, they don't complain about young people. They just do stuff.
And now, to my
They're
credit,
good. They're good. Okay.
To my credit, when the kids, I was right to say that you were Santa Claus when we had the kids in here earlier this week,
Yeah.
because your father is technically Santa Claus.
Well, he plays.
Oh, you can say he plays,
He's
but
been a mall
he's-
Santa before too.
Can you tell me where? Maybe I saw it on his
Mid-Rivers.
lap at some point.
Mid Rivers.
How long has he been doing it?
He only did Mid Rivers. He did it for 2 years maybe. And my mom managed the thing at the time too. They were like the mall Santa couple.
We just had a mall consultant walk in. Jump on the mic. Let's hear about your mall stories. I don't know why he's here.
Just random
Yale-
guests just walking
Yale-
in the store.
Yale
just walk-
Hollander is
random guests,
crashing
just
the
people
show.
just coming by. This is like
crashing the
it's like a
show.
kiosk in the mall where people can just pop up and just talk on the Well,
I
hello,
didn't know
Yale.
that, didn't know
Hi
the
there.
trolley ran over here.
The trolley does not yet run over here, but once I take it over, once my plot comes to fruition,
Right.
it'll run everywhere.
Are you dropping off subpoena somewhere in the
we're-
building? What's going on? What is happening?
Is
Why-
there an
why-
investment you're scouting out? You asshole.
You want to know why I'm here? I'm here to pick up a parcel. I'm here to pick up a gift. And by the way, Merry Christmas to both of you. It's November the 1st.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
No,
Halloween's over with. Put the candy away. Get the
Thank
tree
you.
out.
Thank
boy.
you.
And
It's
we can
time.
say
I thought you
Merry
were
Christmas in
Jewish.
this country now.
Yeah, we can say Merry Christmas in this country.
Can you
Yeah.
say Happy Hanukkah?
You can say Happy
Okay.
Hanukkah, absolutely.
Right.
Happy holidays,
Okay.
gracious Kwanzaa,
Thank
or
you.
whatever
That's
it
how you
is.
say it. It's
That's how
gracious
I say it.
Yeah,
Kwanzaa.
there you go. So
Crazy Kwanzaa. Oh, that seems like
Adam
a
Sandler film coming this
that
winter.
seems like
right.
a sale at a furniture store.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Crazy Kwanzaa prices.
Yeah.
I'm not touching that one.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
it
good.
does, though.
Gardner.
You can think whatever you want. It's
Yeah.
a free country for now.
What are you?
Shouldn't say everything,
What are you
though.
here for?
I'm here because our good friends at Buy Jack.
Oh, they're 10 feet that way.
They are 10 feet that. They're actually about 7 feet that way
Okay,
because
sorry.
he had to take a phone call.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Buy Jack very graciously decided to donate to our, well, not yours, but my county executive, Sam Page.
Oh, Dr. Sam Page.
Dr. Sam Page, a Rolling Comedy Club T-shirt.
Oh, nice.
You know, figuring, since he is the one basically who coined the phrase, who
Right.
crowned the expression, the least we could do is give him a shirt. So I came
I
by to
think that's
pick up
fair.
that shirt. And
Yeah.
So now I'm deciding whether I actually want to go to a county council meeting when they have the public comment section
So you're on record?
and offer it up so that it is on the record
Oh, my
of him
gosh.
I'll go with you.
refusing the shirt. I'm sorry, this would be considered graft.
Gardner?
You know, he's hamstrung by Stenger. He doesn't want to accept anything of value.
Right.
Of course, we could make the argument that this has no value,
Ah,
but
but that's not true because it's the most populated that Trolley's ever
that
been.
is true.
And
65
that's part of it.
people.
That's right.
65
That's
people
so
on
many
that
people.
trolley.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
Gardner, you're offering to attend the meeting.
Oh, I'll go. I like those meetings.
Can we film
You're
it?
a special guy, Gardner.
He's interesting, isn't he?
Why
Yeah.
would you?
If you ever like, there's an
I'd like-
architecture meeting on the new library. We need somebody to cover it. Gardner's like, I'm already there.
I had to
Well,
do
that'd
some
be-
freelance work for the good folks out in St. Louis County recently, and I had to watch one of those meetings. And
House arrest is not
that does
freelance,
it.
bro.
Oh boy. I don't know how people can go to those things every week or every other week. When do they have the county meeting?
I think it's every Monday.
It's every Monday. Those things are heavy.
It's the original Twitter outrage.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
It is a comment section come to life.
Because it's the same people
Yeah.
a lot of times.
Yeah.
Well,
And
Parks and Rec
look,
did a good job of it.
Yeah. Very much
Seriously.
so. It
I'll
is.
just find, Faye, somebody give me a pothole in St. Louis County. I'll grab the mic and start complaining about it. We'll have some fun.
You don't have to look
Let's-
very
let's get
far
lit.
to find one.
Yeah, right.
It's oh yeah, it really is like, you hear the terrible stories obviously that are in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch when you open it every morning. It's like 20 more of those stories but in person. And it's just like, "Oh, I thought it was just horrible from what I saw in the news."
No wonder Stinger stopped showing up.
Yeah. Like, I see why he would hide off in his
maybe
office
he
to play
does.
video
Maybe he
games.
does deserve a little time off that sentence.
But Gardner, you are onto something though with the pothole thing. Is that I could see you going into a meeting with your scooter in hand, and you could like put on a neck brace to complain about it.
Ooh.
And you could. I know somebody who actually has a neck brace you could borrow. Libby Higgins has a neck brace. Perfect. Speaking of Libby Higgins, did you know that she is going to be featuring tonight at the Clayton Comedy Series at the Kingside Diner at 9 p.m. 8025 Bonham. Jeremy Helwig is headlining, and we'll also have the great Teal Pierce as our special guest.
What now? Can we say we've officially found the motivation? Maybe it wasn't the
know.
T-shirt.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
think
it
was the
wasn't.
t-shirt. I think
I am loyal to my brand.
I do appreciate that, and it's such a funny idea too. And I do like that there's actually some olive branching happening with you and the Good Doctor.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's we're leading the way to diplomacy 2.0 in this country. We are bringing back civility to Twitter and to public affairs.
Amen.
Will you get
Thank
back
I
on
want
Twitter
no
now
part
that
of
it's
that.
more civil?
I didn't want to come back to Twitter until it was a little bit more haywire.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Okay. So tonight you said Kingside Diner. It's a good time. I've been by.
Kingside Diner, you
Yeah,
have been by.
It's
Yes, you have.
It's a cool spot, and it's you know what, Travis? Clayton's a nice little area. I think it's going to make it as
It's
a
up
city.
and coming. It's up and coming.
It certainly is. I'm like, I'm not these people. When anytime I go there, I'm like, I feel dirty. Travis,
No, I've never been to Kingside Diner. I'm
You've
sorry,
not?
I've not gone to that place.
okay.
I don't think my car would make it.
Oh, okay. I was like, don't do that. Teal's on the show.
No, I don't think my car would.
I saw where you were going. I was like, don't say
But
that.
Teal,
Teal
those,
Pierce of,
Teal went
of
to.
Manchester, Missouri.
I'm about to say
Pierce
Teal
West
is
County.
from those. He's from those parts, so
He
he's
is.
he's got rights. to drive through certain parts of that city.
It's been blessed.
I don't think I have. Yeah, I wear too many flat bills for their taste.
Interesting.
Maybe curve your hat.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not how God made hats.
Wow. That's interesting.
That's right. Think about that, huh?
Hat rights?
Yeah.
What amendment is this?
Yeah. Let's break that down. Can you bring that up to Dr. Page?
That must be in the really New Testament, the part about the flat bill caps.
The really New Testament. Do you like that part of the Bible, Travis?
I'm kind of a mid-testament guy. People don't talk about the
The
mid-testament.
mid-testament.
Let me hear what. Let me hear what New
I'm an
Testament.
intermission guy.
Okay.
Everybody's like, "Oh, I'm all with the old. I'm in with the new." I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of a moderate.
Oh,
I
I
kind of
like that
different.
transition.
I kind of see both sides.
Yeah, where's the
I'm
transition?
a both sides
The
guy.
mid that must be where the Baha'i faith comes in. Is it kind of in that middle right
That's
there?
that's
who's a famous
Oh,
Baha'i?
Baha'i.
Rainn Wilson.
Baha'i is
Like corporations
what was-
professor in law school.
What was Khalil Green?
Oh, I don't know.
He had
depressed.
I think Sean, my friend
St.
Sean,
Louis Counseling Services online.
I asked him what religion he would be if he could choose, and I think he said Baha'i. I think
Is the
Mitch
Baha'i
had-
thing from the documentary Wild Wild Country?
No.
no.
Okay, sorry.
He said there's some place,
I did not.
there's like some
Wasn't
big
sure.
church with it near Chicago, and that's how he was aware of it.
Rainn Wilson's
Yeah.
Baha'i.
Oh, so he was in
think
Wild
it's
Wild
Baha'i.
Country.
It's like the sampler platter of religions.
Oh, really?
They're
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
I'm a
just be
big
happy.
sample platter guy.
Yeah.
I like sample platters.
Chili's sampler platter.
Very
Killed
good.
it when I was
Very
19
good.
drinking beer.
Did
at
you
the
see
Chili's.
my outfit yesterday
did
for
see your-
Halloween?
I
I
made
was a Chili's employee.
I made a comment about it.
Thank
I
you.
called you Kanye Twitty.
Yale Hollander, everyone. Thank
Hey.
you, Yale. We're going to actually have a professional comedian come in here shortly.
That would be
so-
Sam
Who's that?
Lyons.
That would be Sam Lyons.
Oh, okay.
And then, of course, at the top of the hour, we have Mia Jackson. Ever heard of her?
Oh, the Mia Jackson,
Mia
Her
really?
Comedy
Jackson.
Central special comes
Yeah,
out
she does
tonight.
have a Comedy
Yeah.
Central special. That's
Very
very
excited for her.
exciting.
So, I'm letting you guys know I knew her first. So
I opened
You,
for her.
thank you. You guys,
And-
you guys are the people who laid the groundwork, and I just wanted to thank you personally.
I
for
am
that.
the only person who can say with great truth that I spent time with Mia at the Comedy Cellar in New York.
Very nice.
You walked by as she happened to be standing there. I agree.
And I had a beverage.
She texted me, "Why does this dude keep following me around?"
Should have seen the happiness on her face when she saw me walk through the door. She couldn't believe that a guy like me would walk in the
She thought Reginald Vell Johnson was there at the club. She said, I loved Family Matters.
Leo White has let himself go.
Speaking of letting yourself go, let yourself go to gatewaypowdercoat.com. Check them out online. Gateway Powder Coating Yale. If you've got some wheels that need touched up, I highly recommend you take them out there. Let them know we are live. Sent you. It's gatewaypowdercoat.com. And they're in O'Fallon. Gardner, you grew up there, and you
I
speak very highly of it. Ron Finger in the comments. Yale owns a slum on Sesame Street. What?
Sheesh.
Ron Finger, by the way,
They got
big
people
shout out to
living in
him.
trash cans.
Gastro Pit last night. We did some comedy, and Ron was on the bill. Travis, have you met Ron before?
I believe I have.
Rotund. We're big fellas.
Yeah.
He's up there, and he's built like a pulling guard. I'll say that.
Okay.
Stout and strong. He dressed up as the Flash and did 10 minutes of comedy
As
and
the
wore
Flash?
and wore the lightning belt across his belly.
Yeah, it was a beautiful sight.
It was
I saw the pictures
fantastic.
of it on Facebook.
Yeah, it
It's
was
like-
really funny. So big shout out to Ron.
Ron's a
And boy,
grilling
JC
master,
crushed
isn't he?
last night. Yeah, he has his doctorate in grilling, I believe.
Yeah,
To
yeah,
be
he's
official.
he is a serious barbecue. He's also a pretty good hockey player too. He's a rec league hockey player.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
So now y'all tell me Ron can barbecue in the middle of the first day of our diet challenge here at the office. You sons
Oh,
of
I forgot to
bitches.
bring the cheesecake in. Damn
Oh,
it.
you
Oh.
sons of
What do you think
bitches.
about that, Yale? What are legal grounds for killing someone for bringing in too many snacks during a diet period in an office? Can we
That's-
fudge the numbers a little on that?
That's justifiable homicide.
Thank
can
you.
Definitely,
Nice.
definitely get temporary insanity for
Nice.
that.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
good.
You act like this hurts me. It's just called sweet release. So I don't know why you think this is going to
Well,
impact how I behave.
I mean, the downside is that instead of going to prison, you get institutionalized. So, I mean, at least if you go to prison, you get stuck, in the cell where they put the flat out murderers.
Okay.
You know, at least you get a little action there. But man,
Action.
there's no access in a straitjacket, baby.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say maybe a little some arts and crafts if they put you in the right institution, right?
Nothing. It is No Nut November. I saw.
What?
Trending
Okay.
online.
I don't think that's what they meant.
No, I saw it.
I did, but I don't think that's what they're referring to.
What?
This is
I don't
peanut
think-
allergy
yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
awareness.
yeah, that's
No, not November. I think that means you have to take some time off from the
Ron's
sex.
asking who wants ribs.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
taking that
okay.
serious. I do.
Or
Yeah.
self gratification.
Oh, okay. I can't do that this month.
No.
That's a thing.
And you only get one wet drink.
Oh,
That's
I
not-
have no control over that.
More than one, and you're done. You're
I
out.
don't know how somebody would keep score on
Get
that.
it.
What do you win? Do you win anything?
Is there like a rain collector they strapped to you? How does that work? Huh?
What's the purpose of that though?
Don't know.
Because that
I just saw
doesn't
it
like
trending
not
today.
having sex doesn't make you smarter.
I told.
let
so
me
many
let me
weird-
attest to that.
I get, you know, it could have something to do with women not wanting to be carrying babies at 8 and 9 months in July and August. I mean, because it's very hot, very humid.
That's a good point.
Carrying all that extra
makes
weight,
sense. I would
very
look at that. That would
inconvenient.
make
Well,
sense.
it's No Shave November, right? So does it have something to do with men's health?
It
Possibly.
probably has something to do with men, just like y'all look ugly as shit. Ain't
Something
nobody
with
trying to sleep with
prostate.
y'all.
Oh
or-
yeah. Do I just leave my mustache all Movember now?
I told
Do
Chris.
I have to do that?
You
Do I
probably
get
have to start
prostate
clean.
cancer if I shave it off?
No,
Is
you
that
just
how
I think
this
No.
that's
works?
how it's removed.
You would. I
That's how
would
it goes
start
away.
clean today and then let it go. That's what I would do.
Mm.
I told Chris before the show I'm going to participate in No Nut November and also stop smoking, and we'll see what happens. Fuck you all.
I want to say I don't think that's a good move
This is psychotic. What are you doing?
for the brand. I don't think that's a good move.
Oh.
No Nut November, right on the heels of Cocktoberfest.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like 2 months dedicated to incels.
What did I say made me feel like an incel for the first time the other day? Do you guys remember?
Oh, is it something about the girl from Kansas City?
Yeah, I'm about to say somebody.
Some
Yeah,
Megan?
yeah, yeah.
Some of
That's
those
probably what it
Rottweilers.
was. Chris likes to now go under hot UFC
oh, no.
fighters Instagram pages.
Oh, it was that.
Oh,
She
my.
posted a picture. She posted that she was 90% leg, and I was like, "Oh, she's speaking to me."
And as
I
soon
was
as,
like, "I've never had this impulse to be weird."
and as soon-
What do I do?
and as soon as she like says something negative or rejects you, Chris is gonna turn into Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh
In a
no!
heartbeat.
Right, yeah. You're gonna see me dancing down
Like
the stairs
dancing
of
down
the
the
arch.
stairs.
Yeah.
Megan! Oh God,
Could
this
be
is
any number of Joaquin Phoenix roles for that matter.
Very
Or
true.
Joaquin Phoenix
Her-
himself.
Joaquin himself.
Perfect. Yeah. So Yale, look out for me going to speak to Megan Anderson.
I mean, when you drop this off to Dr. Page, are you gonna let him know to keep the trolley alive, or are you just gonna
Oh,
just
yeah, what's gonna happen with that?
because you have the ear of Dr. Sam Page, and he's an important figure
the
in St.
torso.
Louis County politics, and
That's
so
right.
now you have an opportunity to maybe speak for the people. What are you going to say in the presence of authority?
Well, to paraphrase the words of one of my spiritual ancestors, let my trolley go.
Yes. I like that.
Yale Hollander.
Let my
everybody.
trolley go everywhere.
Everywhere.
Let's take it off the rails, literally. Let's get it on some actual real wheels, and let's take that trolley.
All you have to
everywhere.
do is tell them, like, look, guys, for an extra $30 million of track, get it all the way down to the soccer stadium, and everybody will be happy.
I was gonna
No.
say-
We pull up the rails. Pull them
Okay,
up.
good.
Put a regular set of wheels on these trolleys. Let's get them street legal.
Okay.
You know, we can
Like you
sell
would
the
with the-
rails on eBay or something like that. Raise some money.
A lot of old timey trolley
Yeah.
tracks.
No,
you see the big
let's-
deal from St. Louis on
Let's
it?
make a monument out of it.
Oh, we
Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
I like that idea, actually.
We could have
A
statues
Confederate
made.
statue, in fact.
Well, we lost one.
We
I
lost
guess we
some.
could-
Might as
yeah.
well replace a new one, update it. That'd be cool.
The trolley memorial.
Oh. Move for Charlie, I love you, baby.
Could have you cast in bronze, Travis. with you on the mic on the CB.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that was a
Yeah.
good time.
Yeah.
I never felt more empowered in my life.
Loop Trolley Memorial Park.
Now you're talking. Costs $1 to get into.
I'm gonna try and rename.
Gotta get that money back
Park.
somehow.
$5 if you want to stay all day.
Yeah. Judah Ben Yale, you truly are the King of Kings.
That must be JC.
Ron Finger.
Oh, Ron Finger still.
Big shout out to Chris Manso. Drinking some Snappy Bigman myself. It's great coffee,
Great
Yale.
coffee. Just saying.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It is great coffee.
What do we have going on this weekend? I haven't heard from Mia. We can just keep BSing a little bit here. Gardner, what do you got? I know you usually do something weird in the park. I didn't know if you had anything interesting.
No. I'll be out in O'Fallon
That's
this weekend.
rude.
Why?
Well, my niece, her baptism is on Sunday, and so it's out in Troy, Missouri. It's a bit of a
Andy
jaunt.
Hamilton did the show at Gastropet last night. He was from Troy, Missouri.
Really?
There's connections all around.
O'Fallon and Troy are mutually exclusive. You know, it's not the same thing.
Just because Pam Hupp committed a murder in
Right.
each
Travis,
doesn't mean
Travis not welcome in either.
yeah.
Oh,
So
That's a shame.
I told my mom I'd come out and stay the night or come out Saturday and spend some time with them. Plus, I'm going to write a trivia category with a friend. We're hosting a trivia night coming up in December. So we're going to get some of that done on Saturday. He lives out in Newtown, St. Charles. So
The
Pleasantville.
weirdest thing. Travis, have you heard of Newtown?
I feel like I
It's
have.
like
I'll show you
constructed
some
like
pictures
a little
later.
suburbia
Yeah,
in the
you
middle
couldn't
of a.
make this thing up.
And they called it Newtown.
yeah.
Kid, what?
I know like 4 people that live there. I mean,
Can't call
I
it
grew
like
up in
Lincolnville
O'Fallon.
or something.
So.
Like what? We got nothing, really, guys.
So he's going to meet me in O'Fallon,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to do some trivia writing. But then I have the baptism on Sunday. But what I probably will partake in is a little Stefanino's pizza while I'm out.
Oh,
Why
there
did
you
you?
go.
Why did your voice change? Like
Because I
that?
haven't
Is that what
had
it
it in
sounds
a
like
while.
if you're talking to a
Oh.
lady?
Maybe get some Fritz's.
What's that?
Frozen custard.
Not familiar.
Oh, boy.
Sounds like garbage.
Oh, no.
You got to be west of Clarkson Road to understand Fritz's.
Better,
Frozen
better than Ted
custard.
Cruz.
Which is the one? What's big in Florissant? What's the?
That's Fritz's.
Okay, I've been to the original.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not just a west.
No, that's, yeah,
Central,
Fritz. That's what I grew up on was Fritz's.
Tom
So-
Brown used to work for a Democratic politician in Troy. They exist, sort of.
I
I think
that
in those
Yeah,
areas they're
that
like.
is because
What is that? Why is that in rural areas? Like is it because of the labor stuff?
in Troy? I didn't know there was a Democratic representative for the state or just in
No, like
No,
in-
he
I'm
worked
saying
for
like
a campaign.
for
He
a
didn't say
campaign.
it was a successful.
Oh
campaign.
yeah, I was gonna say I don't know a representative out of Troy that's a Democrat, so that'll be news to me. So
I'm trying to figure.
It's
There's like a Democrat that's like a sheriff of Farmington. I'm like, what?
I mean, I guess you have to have an
Really?
opponent, and I'm sure somebody at some
Yeah.
point was like, maybe probably jumped on the hype behind Obama and was figuring maybe this could be the year a Democrat could represent Troy, but nah, that ain't happening.
I wore my Senator Flatbed shirt, my Josh Hawley shirt.
Love you,
Oh,
Josh.
Oh, you're.
And I was putting it on this morning. And I'm like, should I hold off and maybe wear it tomorrow around O'Fallon and see if I get any looks? Because it is definitely red country out there. So I already had it on, so I just left it on. But I did think about trolling a little bit when I'm out there
You?
tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
who would have thought that?
Maybe I should bring the
But
scooter
here's the
with
thing.
me.
Here's the thing, though. I could be wrong in this assessment of Josh Hawley, but I feel like
No, you're probably not.
I feel like people there's probably more people who dislike him that probably still support this president. So I think people may be more Trump supporters who don't like Hawley.
There's some.
Yeah,
I know a few.
Yeah, so I would imagine that where he falls. 'Cause he isn't a liked guy. I feel like people were like, man, we got to get Claire the hell out of here. And so let's keep the show moving. We'll just ignore all that stupid
No,
nonsense.
he's a
that saying.
weirdo phony.
He's absolutely a big
So-
phony. But I don't think there's a ton of love even in the rural spots for Josh Hawley. I think they kind of see him for what he is, but he gets them to where they want to go.
He calls his wife Mama.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to know.
Mama.
Just ask their mama.
Just ask for more.
While we have a Missoula, I'm here. I know we're waiting on Mia, and Sam's going to join us at some point. But big news last night out of the NBA, making his NBA debut, Michael Porter Jr.
Oh.
last night, and had a team high 15 points.
broke his
15 points, I
vertebrae in
was
two,
gonna say.
walking onto the court.
and his back snapped in half when he came down after a layup. No, I just wanted to share that with
No, I
everyone.
saw
It's a
that.
small blip, and
Yeah,
Good.
I saw Hockman's tweet. He said it was some garbage time points. Said his jumper looked good.
yeah, it's good for him. I'm just happy to see him healthy and on an NBA court.
Sure,
The
all
kid is-
Mizzou
Glad to
fans
see
are.
any Porter healthy.
That's very
Yeah,
true.
and
I
they have
mean-
like
Very
9 more
true.
coming through. Right?
Well, I was going to
Should've
say,
been like
it seems
8
like
of
the
them
only
are hurt too.
fully functional body part on any member of the Porter family is Mama Porter's uterus.
Oh,
Hey,
man,
now.
that's so true.
That is accurate.
Yeah, one
That
of
is
their older
correct.
sisters has.
I told that joke in Columbia and did not get run out of town.
Yeah,
I
that
think
is
everybody would probably agree.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I think every Mizzou fan probably is happy to see him do what he was doing last night. I mean, even this guy right
Okay.
now.
All right.
I mean, sure.
Well, and more good news is the football team will not embarrass itself this weekend.
Was another bye?
Yeah.
I stopped caring after
What's
Vandy.
since you brought it up? What's gonna happen? Are they gonna can Odom?
They won't, but they should.
Yeah, there it is. That's
They
your answer right
won't?
there.
No.
Why?
Okay. Why would they?
Status quo.
Be-
They're like, we don't need
we
you
said
guys.
Because Jim Sturk is never wrong.
Yeah.
You really want me to go down this path?
I do.
It's not even, and that,
Oh,
and
the
that I
early
think
ones.
really Yale has probably more insight because he has a lot of relationships with some of those administrators down at Mizzou. I will just say
Inappropriate ones,
from I will say that this, and we've talked about it before, serving on the radio side, that this is Mizzou. Mizzou recognizes they're not Florida, they're not Bama, they're not LSU, they're not even Texas A&M. I think Mizzou understands that, hey, if you can give me 7-8 wins and you can justify us spending an exorbitant amount of money on renovations to our facilities and our stadium, and then you're going to hang around. And I think Barry Odom fits that mold. He's a Missouri son, so he's going to have more room than any other candidate. And honestly, who's going to come in and want to coach this program? Mizzou has been very tight when it comes to paying their head coaches. Barry Odom, I think he's still one of the lowest paid coaches currently in the SEC, maybe the second or third lowest. So it's nothing necessarily completely appealing. Now, it's a great place to come and recruit.
I want
Barry's done a
chaos.
good job at done just that, but
I want Mike Martz back in Missouri.
it's not going to happen. And like I said,
There's-
as long there's a status
Oh,
quo they're going to
God.
keep, and as long as you can get them close to a bowl game, that's fine with them.
Well-
until they get that mindset that they really want to go for a championship, it won't ever matter.
I will say this. I think the traditional timeline that most Mizzou coaches have gotten, I think, is shortening now a little bit. Number one, they've got this massive new facility, new football facility in the south end zone, and it's spectacular and state of the art, and even one of the class setups for even the SEC. Plus, we got a little issue to the east and to the west now with Illinois and Kansas all of a sudden waking up. I mean, Illinois knocked off they knocked off Wisconsin, didn't they?
I don't
couple weeks
care.
ago.
I don't
And-
care if you're a defensive lineman who thinks he's going in the first round and Mizzou seems to be your pick or something. If it comes down to Les Miles or
Lovey Smith.
But
or,
it's-
or Lovey Smith or Barry Odom in your parents' living room,
Yeah.
there's not even a
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's not, it's not even really the top talent that I'm particularly concerned about. I mean, we've seen what happens. We don't have any depth.
Well, that's
I
what
mean-
Pinkel locked down the 2 and 3 star guys
Yeah.
and turned them into 5. Like they gave you
Yeah,
5-star
I mean, it's
output.
those marginal guys. We don't want the marginal guys even going to Illinois and Kansas. We want everyone.
Right, Gardner.
But I think to your point, you actually hit the nail on the head there, Chris. You talk about the development. Kelly Bryant, I feel like, is regressing.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you see a lot of the talent that the Mizzou that they have their moments. Certainly from a year ago, we remember the Tyler Beatties of the world and everybody having these big moments, but these guys are not necessarily improving. And I think that's the thing that's really scary more than anything else. We know Barry can go into these living rooms. He's done that over the last 2 seasons, and that's great because you're going to need a coach that's capable of doing that.
Yeah.
But you also, once you arrive on campus, how are you going to make me a better player than what I was in high school? And a lot of these guys just aren't progressing
No.
to the point where they need to in order for Mizzou to be consistently successful. And again, you cannot excuse losing back-to-back weekends to Vanderbilt and Kentucky. I don't care where your program is, how many talented players you have. You're the Missouri Tigers. You're one of the premier teams in the Big 12. You should not be losing to inferior teams like Vandy and Kentucky.
You're absolutely right. The problem I'm glad you brought Brian up. Man cannot find a downfield receiver.
No.
Cannot play the vertical passing game at all. I go back and forth with my dad for every Mizzou road game, just texting and complaining. Yeah, it's bad enough that an 82-year-old man is texting me, and he's like, Bryant's got a problem with Albert O. Brian must have a problem with that. He's not throwing to Albert O. I'm like, Albert O is a tight end who plays downfield ball.
Right.
I said he's throwing those little hitch passes to the running backs because that's who they've got out there.
Right.
They don't have Albert playing as a traditional tight end. They have him playing as a gigantic physical wide receiver, and Bryant can't find him.
And I know we're going to inside ball game here, but Derek Dooley, look, we've heard reports about Drew Lock being just ill prepared for the NFL.
Yeah.
And we saw what Drew Lock did
So
last year
weird.
from Mizzou, where he kind of took a half step back in that pro style offense. Same with Kelly Bryant. I think we also need to start looking again at some shakeups when it comes to Odom's coaching staff, because Dooley, with all due respect, just isn't getting it done. And when you have premier NFL talent like Drew Lock and Kelly Bryant regressing in their final year under Dooley, that says a lot about your coaching staff and your
You go
ability to
from
develop these guys.
The PR alone on Drew Lock being a top 10 pick, falling deep into the second round.
But and you've heard people in Denver say, like when he arrived to camp, and you've heard some of the coaching staff for the Broncos say, this kid is way behind. He's not, the speed isn't there. His timing isn't there. So that's not going to be also good if you're trying to go out and recruit these 4 and 5 stars. When you hear NFL scouts say about your marquee players, they're not ready for the big leagues.
And he had every opportunity to get ready. He
Oh,
was a
absolutely.
4-year
Yes,
start,
he did.
3.5-year start.
Starting, yeah. In the SEC, and he still wasn't prepared. That's scary.
Yeah.
That's a sign Mizzou fans should be worried about.
I know this has been Gardner's favorite segment, going over some Mizzou football.
Hey, Guardsy!
Oh, what's going on?
Hey, guards!
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, went inside ball game. Yale is here.
No, it's okay.
One more time for Yale. You can go to the Clayton Comedy Series tonight at Kingside Diner. And thanks for picking that up from By Jack for Dr. Sam Payne.
Hey, you bet.
Absolutely. What do you
Always
got,
a
Gardner?
pleasure.
I was able, while you guys were having that discussion, I wasn't listening to. I was able to get that picture of my dad, Travis, referenced.
Oh, good,
earlier.
good. This, like, I kid you not. This explains it all, everyone.
That's currently my dad.
That's your dad?
That's my dad right now.
What?
Uh-huh.
There it is.
That's your dad right now?
Yep.
That's the amateur bodybuilding champion?
Yeah. Well, he wasn't
Well, he's
a
wearing
champion.
a coat.
He just
I mean,
did
you
some
can't
amateur
see what's
bodybuilding.
underneath.
Well, you could say he's a champion. He's a champion to you.
He's a champion of.
Look at that beard, though.
Yeah.
How amazing is that
Yeah,
beard?
he's getting ready to take his start turn in the center court of some mall somewhere.
Well, he's also got 5 really short guys behind him on his way to Mordor. That's amazing.
I was going to say 8 tiny reindeer, but that one works too.
Well done.
Guys, give it up for Yale Hollander. Keep up all the great work,
Hey,
sir.
thanks,
And,
guys.
guys, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with some form of other comedians. Welcome back to the show. Chris Simmons, Travis Terrell, Sam Lyons. I did it to watch Travis explode. What's happening? Sam Lyons and his Stripe have joined us.
Hello,
Good
I don't
morning.
I don't know how these cameras work. Can everybody see it? Am I getting a good angle?
Well,
on
you've
it?
got one there.
Okay.
Maybe look over there.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hello.
You've got.
There we go.
Well, there
I
you
was
go.
looking at
There
my
it
good
is.
friend
Did you
Darden.
go
Good
as
angle.
Wesley Snipes from Demolition Man last night?
Fuck.
You blew it. You
Ah!
really could have been something.
That could have been
God
good.
damn it.
I said like I am going home.
Oh, God.
Missed-
What was I thinking?
Missed opportunities, my
No,
friend.
look, this is bleach is permanent. So
I,
always do it
am not
next-
even. I'm not even trying to be funny. I love that look.
I
love.
love it.
I
Thank you.
love
Get a
the
room, you
stri-
two.
Like that is mainly because you have
jealous.
hair. I don't know if you noticed. I don't have any.
Little bit,
But yeah, that is a dope ass look.
I was really afraid I was gonna hate it. My friend did it a couple weeks ago, and we had the bleach in, and she washes it out, and she puts a towel on my head. Says, "All right, Sam, don't look in the mirror yet." And I said, "Fuck,
Oh,
what
no.
happened?" I thought I was gonna hate it. I was gonna have to shave my head. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I took off the towel. I looked in the mirror. I was like, "All right, I look pretty good."
That's good hair, man. That is good
It's
hair.
very comforting.
That's well done.
Huh.
What did the lady say? What was her response?
Big fan. Big
Nice.
fan.
Good. I
She's
like that.
very on board
She
with all
has-
my stupid
She
shit.
hasn't spoke to me in 20 days now.
This is why Sam had to miss one Friday.
That's
Because
true.
he
This-
was
yeah,
getting
I
it
was
done
getting
on a
my,
Friday.
Get my hair did.
About 8 blocks that way, I was getting.
That's very cool. You can see Sam next week at Flat Rock Comedy Festival. We
Hey.
haven't even talked about this for lineups yet, but he's going to be participating in Target Practice, the roast show that we're doing on Thursday at Atomic Cowboys Bootleg next week. So we're going to be there. Sam will be on the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. Travis and I were working on it yesterday, and we look forward to everybody coming out for that. Get tickets if you haven't yet. Come out and
You can
support
still
us.
get them at flyovercomedyfest.com. $45 for 3 days of fantastic comedy,
What a
including
smooth read.
Joe Kim Booster, Kyle Kinane, Sashir Zamata, White Women Improv. Trav,
I'm
I see you
looking
there
for.
for White
I'm,
Women
I'm,
Improv.
I look. I'm a big fan of Sashir, so I'm a fan.
It's gonna be
I'm very-
Sashir's great. I saw
I'm
her
so
with
excited to see her.
Nicole Byers last year. It's
Yeah?
gonna be a real good time.
I'm literally looking forward to Flyover. I was not able to be participating a year ago, so I'm very excited to be a part of it this year. And Chris and I were here last night figuring things out. I think we're almost there. We're about 95%
be
complete.
funny.
We'll be finished tomorrow. But we have a really cool part that I think you're going to enjoy that we're adding to this year's
So much
target
pain.
practice.
We just put so much pain into the show. and
Yeah.
Just pain's so funny.
It is, yeah. That's kind. We were going. That actually was our inspiration. Just like what,
so
I,
funny.
I was, and Chris could attest to this. We were going over our outline, and I was like, what would cause the audience to groan the most
Yeah.
throughout our sets?
What's going to make the audience go,
Most people like, good timing, solid punchline. No. We want. How can we cause the most
Right.
consternation for our audience at this event? And so I think
Book
we're
Sam
almost
Lyons.
there. And
But, yeah, they just see
done
you
and
on
done.
The, on the
Oh my
marquee.
God, a black one on the stage.
There we go. Now, for the folks at home who may not be familiar, tell us a little more about what target practice is.
Target practice is.
I know, of course.
Folks is Sam.
Folks is.
I
Sam.
know very well.
Sam, this is us explaining to Sam what he's supposed to do in 6 days.
You'll get your rule email.
This is Sam. Like, I haven't received one email. I haven't
Yeah.
read one thing about this.
Welcome
Well, Target
to-
Practice is a roasting competition.
Sure.
It's similar to some of the roast battles you may have seen on television. However, we put a bit of our own flavor
Ooh, a little
on
bit of
top of it.
spin.
A little of
Don't
our
call you
own
Bill
s-
O'Reilly.
No, not at all, my friend, because this is a no spin zone.
There you go.
And so here we basically have several categories that we have aligned for our comedians to roast.
Gotcha.
So you're going to truly enjoy this. I think you're going to have a
We
lot of
give
fun. We're going to give you
topics, it's
opportunity.
pop culture, it's kind of game show style. The two of us host it. It's one-on-one with topics. Audience helps decide. There's 3 judges. It'll be fun.
Tight.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
At
And there's
Flyover Comedy Fest in
there's
the
a cash
Grove.
prize too.
A cash.
Whoever
okay.
wins.
All right.
Yeah.
That's all you.
Yeah,
need
you
to
guys.
say.
That's the thing
That's
where
all
like
you need to
we'll
say.
hand you this. And you're like, I gotta write that many jokes, and then you'll see the prize amount, and you're like, okay, I got it.
It's well worth the writing. It's a lot of fun. It's basically what we've done, of course, here. Target Practice here on We Are Live, but it's on steroids, and you're going to enjoy it. Yeah.
It's a good time. Past winners include Reggie Cush, our guy, Reggie Edwards,
And,
Nathan
pretty
Orton.
good.
They've all gone on to where, Chris?
Nathan Orton and Reggie are both in New York. And
There
then,
you go. So that's what happens. You win this competition.
Fuck.
New York, you
It's
go.
cold out there.
Brandon
It's
Judd
very
has not
bad,
moved
I'll
to
tell
New
you.
York, and he won the one at Off Broadway. So Brandon, we need you to move to New York to keep
Yeah, I
this 3
feel
for
like
3.
he's kind of fucking up the whole program here.
Yeah.
Let's get Brad, get your ass out of here.
Oh, man. We've got Make It Racist to get to. We've got all kinds of fun things to get to. I need to tell you guys about St. Louis Counseling Services. Big thank you to them for all of their support. They take care of a lot of people we care about, and they can take care of you. stlouiscounseling.org for more information, and check out the podcast, Mental Health Matters. It's St. Louis Counseling online, stlouiscounseling.org. Gardner, Travis, Sam.
What's up?
Do you guys want to make something racist?
Let's make it all racist.
Let's do it. Let's do some Make It Racist. Hit
It's
it, Gardner.
time to make it racist.
Does that feel
I'm
good?
addressing the white elephant in the room. I'm breaking down the barriers of race by assimilation.
I wouldn't mind to have black neighbors.
That is racist as hell. It's raining little white women. My prayers have been answered.
Black women have the nicest asses.
That ain't the whitest thing a white man has ever whited in his life.
You do not have to say African American, just say black.
Oh, well, in that case, you know what word I miss? Colored.
Don't let the liberal media tell you
Thank you.
how to think and feel. If you have hate in your heart, let it out. I'm racist as hell.
That's deserved.
Make It Racist. We attempt to give Travis topics, Sam as well. They couldn't possibly make racist. Travis argues, in his years of experience on this wonderful segment that he invented, that the racism is already there.
It's
He's
already,
simply
it already
shining a light.
exists.
We're not making it. We're just getting the labels.
Right.
You know how
Travis just wants it to be just called racist.
You know, like in the movie They Live, where you put the glasses on and everybody are aliens. This is what I'm doing. I'm just putting the glasses on your face.
Yeah, you watch a lot of movies, horror movies from the 50s.
What the fuck is he talking about?
That's
What?
a horror film. Yeah, there's a horror film. Well, there was a reboot that was with Roddy Piper, and essentially he discovers these glasses
Sure.
that ultimately, when he puts it on, he see the people are aliens. Humans are aliens underneath their skin, and so aliens have been taken over. They've invaded society, and these glasses help him find out who they are. And so he goes on a mission to find out how did the aliens invade the bodies. And yes,
Is that the
is
one?
that John Carpenter?
Is that the one where he goes?
Not in the 50s, wasn't John Carpenter.
No, it was John Carpenter. The remake was like
Okay.
80s. Yeah.
I'm here to chew some bubble gum and kick some ass.
Yes,
and I'm all out of bubble
gum.
gum.
Oh, okay.
That's where that
alright.
line comes from.
That iconic
And then
line.
have you know the T-shirt brand, the apparel brand Obey?
Yeah.
That's what it's loosely based on.
Man.
Because when he looked up at billboards, you would see that underneath the billboards that says, "Hey, smoke," or "Hey, do this." It says Obey.
Obey.
Yeah.
As, a woman at work yesterday was wearing like a floral like sweatsuit from Obey, and I was
Oh,
like, that
really?
looks cozy as shit. I
Oh,
might need
okay.
to
I
cop
know
me a
Obey
couple
made
of
some
those.
sweatsuit. I need to holler at
They
that
look
girl.
real
Let me
good.
get her
They
number.
look real good.
Okay.
Actually, I got something for Make It Racist. You're talking about
Please.
clothing and stuff like that.
Here we go.
FUBU.
Fubu.
Oh, make FUBU
Oh,
racist.
Yeah.
That's Go ahead. I'm gonna let you take this one.
Sam's too young. He doesn't even know what FUBU is.
That's a 404 error. It's for us by us.
Oh,
I
no.
don't know how to compute.
What are you gonna do?
So what you've done with FUBU, it's all about the community. It's all about supporting the community. That's what it's supposed to be about, building back in, keeping it within us. The money turns over 6, 8, 12 times. But you think that just because it's for us, by us, that's supposed to be all that's for us? They wanted us to stop at
Good,
FUBU.
Sam.
They thought that we would get FUBU and we would need anything else, but they realized FUBU was just going to make us hungry for more. They didn't realize they had awoken the wolf of the ancestors that came before us.
How?
And the stories are told of them by us, and that's what it really means. And if you look at 1 and 7 in terrestrially,
Thank you. Howl. Just howl.
FUBU,
You said wolf.
ow!
There it is.
You racist as hell.
You
That is
racist.
racist as hell.
Wow, that was
This
a
is why it's good.
masterclass.
Sometimes, man,
Wow.
when you come up off the bench, you're kind of cold, you're rusty, you ain't got the shot.
know what?
And then you got somebody like Sam Lyons, fresh legs, got some energy in his lungs, and he ready to shoot it up, put the shot up. That's what you call coming off the bench, making big plays.
Travis.
Miss Darcy's improv class, 8th grade,
Wow.
3 weeks. Then I transferred to Texas history.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
That sounds like the Southern education I've been told about.
He's a champion. That stripe, it's not blonde, it's gold.
It is gold.
Hey.
That's right.
What did Texas history teach you?
Yeah, let's hear about that.
Sam Houston,
Yeah.
Alamo sucked. The Texas history made me think the Alamo was gonna be a lot cooler than it was, because in the back of your Texas history book, there's like animated like sketches of what the Alamo looked like back then. So when I finally went to San Antonio and got to see the Alamo, it looks like dog shit. It's just
it's barely bigger than this office.
It's really not. You could literally do a lap in like 5 seconds, and it's just.
Did Texas history teach you the Civil War was about states' rights?
100% states' rights. Wait a minute. Hang on. What do you think the Civil War was about?
Well, me personally?
Yeah. What do you?
Oh, it was something to do with the Anunnaki or
States' rights to own slaves. They just.
I would just say slavery.
They just cut that part out.
They would say states' rights to own slaves. It's like the disclaimer at the bottom of the election commercial.
It's a very small print.
Well, it's just if you look at the first 2 letters of secession from South Carolina and Mississippi, states' rights is never mentioned in any of them.
We like them slaves.
We could really give a shit about the states' rights, but boy, would I miss Jethro if y'all took them from me.
I like how Jeff Bezos took that model and just modified it for himself.
Oh.
So
maybe we can just
tweak
that just a little bit.
Wow.
Did we retroactively put Amazon in to make it racist and then hit the button?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do
You
that.
already did it.
Amazon.
I mean, you did the answer first.
I don't even need to say it. Everybody just understands it. Amazon, you're racist as hell.
That is racist as hell.
I don't even need to explain why. We
if
just
they're
know
taking
it.
shots at you on Silicon Valley, you know your shit.
Wow.
Yeah, I can go on for Jeff Bezos. He's a weirdo.
Okay, there it is. Travis, you can't make going to the movies racist. It's not possible.
Please. Give me another target ground for the white man to shoot up. Of course I can make that racist. That's just a cattle box to get more people of color to come sit down so you can walk in and take our lives. I know what you're about, movies.
Put another goddamn Medea movie on the screen. Think you're gonna lure us in there?
That's right.
So Johnny.
Wow.
That's right. She didn't want to go to prom with me, so I'm gonna let those people know how I feel.
Tyler used to be my friend. Now he won't look at me.
No,
the world hates me.
I got half a retweet on Twitter, and it's not enough for me to live.
Let me go take it out in the $2 theater.
No. Movie theaters, you racist as hell.
That is racist as hell.
Oh my!
Yeah,
that was Chaz and Wayne really going after it in here.
A lot going on there.
Yeah, there certainly
what
was.
Your face doing, Travis?
I don't know. I don't know what this face is all about.
He was reaching Nirvana. Is what
Yes.
happened.
That's a good way to put it. It's November. You can't make turkeys racist.
Man, listen here. Everybody
Say it
knows
like it's fair.
that the big dog is chicken. And
Oh,
so
boy.
in typical white man fashion, they go
yeah.
find this bird that
Right.
can't even fly.
This
Let's even
jive
talk
bird.
about that. This jive turkey.
Yeah, there you go.
Huh?
Where you think
You know
it
what I'm
comes
saying?
from?
Where you think it comes? That's why, because we already knew. Like,
Come on.
okay, you're just trying to be chicken light.
Michael
we
Evans
see what you're
told
trying to
us.
do. Thank you.
We didn't
And
want to
you-
listen.
Thank you. And you up there and want to sit up here. And then not only that, this is what they do now with their turkey. Now they want to deep fry it. Now they want to fry their turkey.
Right.
Because chicken always been number one in everybody's book. Just like a white man. When they can't come up with something on their own, like blacks invented chicken,
What do
here
they
they
do?
come
What do they
later,
do?
invent their little turkey bird that can't even fly
That's
with
right.
a stupid neck, and you chop the neck off and then you pardon it at the White House. You know what, turkeys? You racist as hell.
That is racist as hell.
I'll go a step further. Turkeys are just the Elvis of the bird world.
Thank
That's
you.
all they are.
Thank
and
you.
chicken is Chuck Berry.
That's right.
Minus watching
Oh,
women
no.
pee.
Yeah. And I've known some chickens that have watched
Well, then he
women
ain't,
pee.
then he ain't Chuck Berry.
That's also true.
Yeah.
He would not be Chuck Berry without that.
Yeah,
It's very true.
Those guitar licks were inspired by seeing women urinate outside of St. Louis.
Muses of
That
sorts.
part wasn't in Back to the
Amuse
Future.
is the way to put it.
How did they leave that part out?
They
huh?
had to get their
Chuck
PG-13
Berry, it's
rating.
your cousin, Greg Berry. Look, I got a great idea for you.
I'm just gonna hole in the bathroom wall.
You
They
oughta-
gotta check
Oh
this
my
out.
God.
You got to see the stream on this broad.
Oh.
He's ahead of his time even in that. Live streaming.
Oh. His nephew was live tweeting, wasn't
Holy
he?
shit.
So you gotta hear this, dog. Look, this is where I am. This is what's going on. He was the first live tweeter.
Do we need to repeat that? I don't know if Travis grasped that live stream.
No, I know. I'm just saying he also
Okay.
live tweeted because
I just
he
needed
was-
you to make sure you know.
I got the
You're
straight
good.
joke. You
All
had
right.
it. You
PP.
just had it, but you had to spike it. You had to
Look,
spike the football.
Poindexter.
Act like you've been there before. Hand the football to the referee and move on, man. Damn.
end zone celebrations. Make it racist.
We don't have to. I got this. We don't have to. The NFL made it racist for us. Imagine being told your entire life that you have a skilled athletic ability. Imagine being told that you are one of the select few that can make it to the Big Ten. Imagine sweating day and night, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, middle school, summer league. Is there summer league football?
Sure. There probably
Summer
is.
league, high school, junior college, transfer to a 4-year college. Bypass your seat, I don't know, red shirt, and then you go to the NFL and you finally make it, and you've got the check, and they tell you they tell you you're successful, you're one of the good ones, and then you get that first touchdown on that first game of the season, and you're just happy. Your mom's in the crowd, your dad's somewhere, maybe watching it in a bar. Everybody all the women that spurned you in high school see it, and so you're happy, and you want to do a dance, and they tell you that you are wrong for celebrating the thing they told you were good at, and they want to fine you for that? Roger Goodell?
He's just saying things. Lawrence Taylor.
High stepping. Deshaun Jackson, what would they expect him to do? They told him to celebrate. It's not his fault he wasn't over the end zone yet. End zone dances. You racist as hell.
Oh, wow.
That is racist as hell.
See more of that at Flyover Comedy
That
Festival.
was
We're doing
November
Practice
7th
Live.
through 9th in the Grove. Thursday Target Practice. Friday hosting the open mic. Saturday with Kenny Kines.
That was amazing. And here, wow.
That was passionate.
Sam.
Oh.
Shout out to the NCAA finally paying players.
Well, not
Kinda.
paying.
It's not paying.
Not paying.
They're
Not
going
really.
to explore the idea of potentially maybe considering allow them to using their likeness and image to
Right.
maybe make money
So-
in the future
Well, they
somewhere
will.
down
So
the
they
road.
will.
So a swimmer
Well.
can now have a YouTube account they can make a couple shekels off of. Like, really?
Oh
Like,
my
Don't
get
say
outta here.
shekels. Why do
Don't
you
I'll
say
say shekels.
Or there was
such an
the
old white man term for money? It just sounds like it should be. It's one of those things like Cracker Barrel. It should be racist, but it's not.
Right.
When I heard somebody say shekels, I was like, shekels what?
I
Shekels,
think if
nigga?
you-
That's what you're trying to say?
I
That's
think
what
if
you're
you
trying to say?
it,
I feel like you're just going to say it.
I think if you say it to a Jewish person, then it's.
Yeah, I feel like that's it.
'Cause I think
That's
Don't
Mel
say it to
Brooks'
you.
word.
Tony
That
Soprano
is Mel
does
Brooks'
it
word.
in an episode of Soprano. He
he
when,
did it on
when
purpose.
he owes Hesh like 200 grand, and he's like, "Oh, he came to get the shekels." Like,
Tony.
his friend Hesh. I'm sorry.
Ah, Tony.
I just finished watch 4, so.
You surprised to find out a Italian gangster's racist?
I'm going to say,
Right.
Sopranos was racist as hell.
But still some.
That is
damn
racist
good
as
stuff.
It
hell.
is great TV. It is great TV. James Gandolfini, gone too soon. He
Gone
would have made a
too
great
soon.
Thanos.
He would have made. I might have liked
Yeah, think about it.
Endgame if James Gandolfini was Thanos.
Fucking Iron Man over here.
Holy shit.
Oh, pass the Knish.
Oh, give me
got-
gabagool. Give me the gabagool.
All right. Speaking of racist.
Okay.
I got another one.
Speaking of racist.
Do your
Your
pepperoni.
I
walking
actually
on-
had,
Yeah, what-
I actually
you want
had
a salami
gabagool.
sandwich?
I had gabagool like, on a sandwich for the first time.
I didn't know that anybody ever actually had it. I just thought it was a thing people
No,
said.
so
I didn't know it was
it's-
a thing you could put on a
spelled-
sandwich.
It's capaccioli. It's like CAPPACCOLI. That's it's a blend of meats like salami and some other spicy meats. But when they say it quickly with like that Italian American like those part like just like the not twang but whatever their accent it would come across as gabagool. It's vernacular. It's vernacular. That's all it is.
Gabagool.
Did you know that?
No.
That's interesting.
Gabagool would be a good thing for Halloween to serve. Gabagool.
Gabagool.
All right.
Gabagool.
Or Thanksgiving, gobblecool.
Gobble. Yeah. Either one. It's a very good fall delicacy.
Okay,
Um,
that's right.
All right. Make it racist. The XFL.
Ooh. This is Caw Nation over here.
Sorry. All right. I got to tread lightly here because I'm still shooting for that.
Your season
in-
ticket.
I'll
post
do it
shot.
then.
Yeah,
I'll do
let
it
you
then.
take this one.
I'll do this. A lot of people don't know this.
Don't let Vince
Oh,
see
no. A history lesson.
Thank you, Chris. Chris knows. He's been in my class before.
Let's see what the name is.
Listen here.
Yeah. This is gonna. What very stereotypical black name will you use for this?
Curtis XFL.
this. All right.
He
Not
technically
bad.
invented the
This
sport.
is my favorite
How
thing.
do you
And
spell his last
Yeah.
name?
Huh?
How does he spell his last name?
EXL.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
There's no
XFL.
F?
No, it's silent.
Okay.
Hello. He's French.
Don't question
A lot
him,
of people don't know
racist.
that. A lot of people don't know that Curtis XFL was French,
If he's French, wouldn't it be
His father was GI, actually.
Are you French?
French Canadian?
That explains so much.
Wouldn't the L be like?
Same. That's like black and African. That's not the same at all.
Real French people fucking hate you.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
sure.
it-
Thank you.
Wouldn't it be like ELLE if he's French?
Well, if you want to, go read a history book, then maybe you can find out the proper spelling for Curtis XFL.
I understand why he's trying to distract us from this story. This is a story
Because
story
he
that
knows-
people need
he
to
knows
hear.
where-
You plant.
Thank you. A lot of people don't know this. He actually came over on his own accord. He had his own ship.
That's right.
He people like, oh, they brought over in the slave ship. No, he owned. That's how big time he was.
Curtis?
Curtis was. he
Curtis
had his
big
own
time
ship.
XFL.
Yeah, he had his own ship. So he came over and he actually landed in Boston. And he started what was later
He
known
passed
as
Columbus. Columbus was like, turn down your music.
He's like, no, this is my song, man. You shut the hell up. And so he arrived, and he was like, he actually started the Patriots.
That violin is loud.
Yeah. He
started the
actually started the Patriots.
Oh, okay.
He started that franchise, and
where's this gonna?
They
Go?
call
This
it was Les Patriots.
Le Patriots,
okay.
and then
Patriots.
Otis Kraft, Robert Kraft's great grandfather.
Oh yeah, little brother.
Basically shot him in the face and was like, "No, this is gonna be my thing." And I was like, "Damn, that's fucked up."
Otis
And
Kraft
so-
was white.
Yeah, Otis Kraft.
Otis
that's
Kraft
right.
was
A lot of
white.
people don't know that.
Oh wow.
So the XFL naturally, because of killing Curtis XFL, stealing his idea, then made it into the NFL, and now Vince McMahon has used it for the XFL.
Oh, like Malcolm X, he took the X to signify the striking of his family's historic name.
Thank you.
That's what the XFL was for, and they put it to NFL for Negro.
Thank you.
Shut up and play this football.
That's
league.
right. That is what it is. XFL, you racist as hell. And read your history, guys. This is embarrassing that you two don't know these stories.
I
I don't
apologize.
know. What were they teaching you
I'm
out
very-
Well,
in
that's
school?
why I
huh?
went and saw Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
yeah.
and
But
But
Slayer
not
in
Black
theaters.
Panther. You seen Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter,
Get him.
but not Black Panther.
Get him. Get him, Sam.
I said I would see it
in 4 months.
in February.
I've loved you and I've loved you, and you just continue to spurn me, and I don't get it.
I
brother.
said I'll go see it in
God
February.
damn.
I'm going to honor Black History Month that way.
Or Blackurary.
Yes, I've gotten clearance.
Or Brovember.
Or bro. Or
Yovember? I don't. That's
Yo,
Yo,
yo, yo,
Vember.
yo, 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 yo,
We should
Vember.
appropriate that from them.
No, I just did it. Yo, 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 Vember.
Oh boy, you can have it back.
Oh.
What a world we've crafted here at
music
Midcoast
stopped.
Studio. Yeah, that's what it makes it worse, right? We do have some recasting call to get to. Several different things happening all around Travis. I don't know if you've ever heard of a little film called Ghostbusters.
I have. It's I believe Kristen Wiig is in it. Melissa McCarthy's
the one that
in
was
it.
giving the kid gloves on the ratings.
Leslie Jones is in it.
Rotten
It's
Tomatoes.
Wolf Travis.
Yeah,
Leslie
he's
Jones
back.
is in it. Yeah, I remember
back.
those ghosts. So we're talking about that film, right? The original
Sure,
Ghostbusters
sure,
with the women.
Sure.
Am I
Original
correct?
Ghostbusters.
Sure.
Oh, you're talking about Incel Ghostbusters. Oh, that's what we're watching. Okay.
You got a buzzword now all of a
Yeah.
sudden?
Chris started it.
Yeah.
You're using incel now all the time.
That's my first time
You
using
heard
it.
it like
If there was
2
like
weeks ago.
goddamn
Just hear like
incels
that.
in the world, we wouldn't need to. Sorry.
I used to have an Incel in my Pentium processor.
That's not.
What core was it?
It was 4.
What?
Sixth
Incel 4.
generation?
That's not a.
That's not a. That's not an Incel. That's not what you put into your.
Oh God.
Ocean's 13. Was that your favorite of the Ocean's movies?
The original,
I
yes.
love the Oceans. It's the number that was first.
Mindy
Ocean's
Ka-
8. I
Mindy
enjoy
Kaling
Ocean's
did
8.
it for you?
It was Mindy Kaling and
Okay.
Rihanna. I'm sorry
Got
you
it.
don't like great actresses.
Uh-huh.
Racist.
What?
I don't know.
That's not how that works
Yeah.
I
either.
just figured I'd just throw that out.
Yeah, we've realized that
Yeah.
over time.
There's a lot going
You
on.
will just say things.
Not
We're-
bad
we
may
know.
happen.
And Sam's gotten good at that too. I credit him. They're both
Both what?
Go on.
Both what?
very good at ad-libbing.
Oh,
Okay. I'm about
like-
to say.
Okay.
Both good
Watch
at what?
yourself.
Jump shots.
Good at
Good at white women.
You're probably
because
not.
we-
Alright, well,
well,
no.
they kind of,
We're pretty good at
of.
white women.
But that's not here or there.
You
was
wouldn't be
gonna
good. I don't think your jumper's that good. Yeah. Oh, I can appreciate your form then. Especially last month, I would have.
Yeah.
It's all about numbers on the board. Doesn't matter how they get there.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
The high road is pretty, but you have a hard time marching your army down it.
Do we? Do we shoot a sketch kind of a la Stanley on The Office? I mean, do we go to pickup courts and we put Gardner And Sam and we do a test case of 10 courts and see who gets picked first each time. See,
hate this.
maybe that'd be
I'm
great.
telling you, if I'm on the
Sam gets
pickup
picked
court, I'm
every
going
time
behind
first.
the back. It's
With this
a
hair, for
guarantee.
sure. I'm
Oh
getting
yeah,
picked.
yeah, Sam
oh,
definitely
Yeah.
could.
I'd be like, man, he's got some handles.
I'm
in
like,
that.
You are getting a behind the back bounce pass from me on the pickup court.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
You're getting a behind the back, fingers crossed. Yeah, I know how to play from me.
And then I might try and cross over, and probably my knees will give out.
Well,
and I'll
that'll
fall
happen.
down.
You'll be.
I'll break my own ankles.
No, yeah, let's see who can hurt themselves first. That's the real challenge for me and Gardner, I think.
Yeah.
That's what we
You
go
know
to
what?
the court, half court ball, see which one of us ends up in the ER first.
I see videos, and there's the famous one. Oh, look at Iverson crossing over Jordan, breaking his ankles. Have you ever seen the person doing the crossover break their own ankles? You ever seen that before?
I want to make fun of you guys at one of my most athletic points in my life, right? You're a teenager in high school. I played basketball. It's something that you, I guess, are not able to do. I don't know how that works.
Choose not to.
Literally, yeah. I choose not to play.
I choose not to be talented at this.
Definitely, before a
Fuck
game,
that game.
didn't have my braces on and rolled my ankle in warm-ups before a very big game. Had a softball hanging off my ankle
Did you
right
play?
before a game. No, I couldn't walk.
Oh.
That's how coordinated I am. So
I would have played.
there it is. No, you
Damn.
wouldn't.
Gritty,
There you
gritty
go.
white guy.
There you
Yeah.
go, Gardner. You show what it's all about.
I got to
Jordan
try
with
it.
the flu.
I've tried to fit that stereotype without talent. You have to. Yeah, it's a grind.
It is. Oh boy.
He's really fallen in love with his look to the camera, hasn't he?
He is.
Since
You're-
his
you
video
really
is now
tried to-
over 12,000 views on
Yeah,
Twitter.
you've really become Jim Halpert of this show, my friend.
Fucking
Got-
dork.
Hi, I'm Chris Gardner. You remember me from Such Faces as?
Got us
That's a
good.
good one. That's a good one.
We have a recasting call today.
Yes.
It's time for
You don't need to do
recasting
that.
call.
You need to every time.
We have it open?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have it open for recasting call.
Ray, when someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
Ghostbusters.
Don't.
Ghostbusters. Who you gonna come to strange in your neighborhood? Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it's fun.
When the clan's coming down.
Oh.
What?
They coming down your street.
Oh God.
Are those ghosts? Ghostbusters.
I almost dressed up as a ghost last night, and
Oh.
then I was gonna put a sheet over.
Oh boy.
Why can't? I
Oh
was gonna
boy.
do a sheet.
Oh
I was
Lord.
gonna make a cardboard sign with 34 Club, my bar that has since gone to the wayside.
Oh, so
Rest
you're
in
gonna
peace,
say.
34 Club. And then I was gonna go stand outside of Shake Shack and scare everyone that went in there as the ghost of 34 Club. Sean was down for it too, but then he got drunk and went home to watch bad movies.
Had you done that, I would have authorized the bringing back of the knockout game.
Yeah.
I would have encouraged.
Ooh.
I would have encouraged
Ooh, I forgot about
teenagers
the
to
knockout
run
game.
by.
That was a brutal summer.
That
I
was
was
real
terrified.
That
bad.
was a really brutal
I
summer.
stayed inside that whole summer.
That was a
What was
brutal
I'm being
summer.
Really
I
bad.
didn't
That
go.
was
No, I'm
bad.
being very serious.
Inside that whole summer.
Self-preservation is key.
He's right, because black people even like, damn, that's fucked up.
They just need half a reason to hit you. You just gave it.
They didn't even need a
fucking game.
reason.
Do it from behind
mostly
too.
Do
you
it from
cowards.
behind, man.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was tough.
All right. Well, I was trying to think of something to be last night. The loop trolley one didn't work out, so I was
The
gonna.
loop, I'll play knockout game with the loop trolley.
Yeah,
Punch
that'd
the
be
shit
good.
out of that.
I was
trolley.
gonna put a loop trolley thing over me, cardboard, and get on my scooter and just run into cars.
Oh, that's funny.
Damn it, that would have been good.
That would be good.
So-
All right, so we have Ghostbusters as the film we're going to recast.
Yes.
What pool are we selecting from?
Well, it's the day after Halloween, but we're going to use horror movie characters, horror movie
Horror
villains.
movie? Wait a minute.
Horror.
Horror.
I had the
Okay.
same
Horror.
issue
Those are two
yesterday.
very
Yeah,
different movies.
I agreed.
Horror movie
There you go.
villains or monsters.
Okay.
What have you. So we're going to go with that to recast Ghostbusters.
Okay.
So who do you want to start with?
All right, let's start with the brother.
Uncle Ernie.
Let's go with Uncle Ernie Hudson, who
And he
plays
plays
Winston.
Winston, yes.
So what horror movie villain is playing Winston in the recasting of Ghostbusters?
So I haven't seen Ghostbusters in quite some time, but if I remember correctly, it's about ghosts.
Oh,
All right.
He's
that's some deductive reasoning. If I
You know, I have my
job.
moments. I went to college or whatever the fuck. And Ernie's kind of the sound mind of the group, is he not?
He is the smart. He's like the realist. He's like, hey man,
because the rest of them are like fucking nerds.
they're incredible nerds, and he kind of provides the necessary perspective as to what's going on.
Right. He's got the layman's view. He knows.
Yes.
Joe the plumber. He knows.
As a
what's up.
screenwriter, he's the audience introduction into this world.
Oh. I
Alright,
like that.
Can you guys just finish the show without me?
Gladly.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so nice. I'm gonna go with Candyman.
I was gonna go that route.
That's what I was going with.
I was gonna, Sure, it's the only black horror villain that Chris probably knows, so
Nailed it.
that's probably what it's why you're going with it. But I can't
It
dispute
works,
that. It
yeah.
works. It does work in that instance because Candyman was kind of real. He was
Well,
just
that's what
Why don't
Sean
you go?
told us.
Why don't you go try it? Go try it, pussy.
Nah, fam, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Oh, I
Logan.
mean, it's a silly movie,
It's
but
literally out of a horror film. Come on, man, go try it, you pussy. I ain't no pussy. I'm gonna go try it.
Fucking
Oh!
virgin. That's how you get dead.
That's how exactly how you get. That's how Chris
Yeah.
is pushing it.
Go
Hey, man,
shoot
wait a minute.
yourself and see if you come back to life like a zombie, pussy.
pussy.
He's got a point. I ain't
Do it for Four Locos, pussy.
I ain't no bitch.
I'm just looking.
How
for a
many Four
reason to
Locos
just-
have you shotgunned in your life?
Never drank it.
Zero.
I think I tasted it once. I never drank one though.
I'm not
Am
sure
I
I believe
lame?
that, but okay.
Yeah, no,
Have you had
sorry.
some?
I haven't actually. I couldn't find it in Mississippi. Just moonshine. That's all
It
you.
was ramping up here.
Four Locos first was just moonshine with a little bit of Red Bull poured in it.
That
Nice.
sounds about right.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the inspiration for Four
Right.
Loko. Ain't no big rape with this Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
Throw some Monster in there. Put in a June
So you're doing
bug.
more of an Alabama,
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't
more
know.
of a,
Yeah.
kind of a Eastern Alabama thing going on. there.
Okay.
Well, what you want? No, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm about to say, oh.
Yeah.
I'm not teaching
Well,
you
that
dialects
was-
today. Dialect. That's the word I was trying to think of earlier.
Damn it.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh, words.
That's tough.
All
Who do we got next?
Mike Shannon said derelict instead of dialect once on a Cardinals broadcast.
Amazing.
Oh.
That's amazing.
And then he got corrected.
How many Mike Shannon stories do you have?
I used to have I have a collection of some
Like
of
a
his sayings.
Bible.
When he got corrected, and then he goes, "Yeah, they got them too."
Let's go a little step back. Do you want to do Louis Tully, played by the
Yeah.
great Rick Moranis?
Our Lord and Savior Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis. What is Rick up to? I feel like
He
he's
literally went to go be a dad.
because I feel like it's time for him to show up in the next season of Stranger Things.
Oh yeah.
Like anybody that was an 80s or early 90s icon has to show up at some point in Stranger Things. Get Rick Moranis into the next season of Stranger Things.
First and foremost, fuck that show.
Whoa.
What?
I hate Stranger Things.
You are, sir,
So
out of
strange.
line and out of
So-
pocket.
But I'll watch it with Rick Moranis. But I hate. I watched season 1 twice. I wanted to like it so bad.
didn't care for it.
Everybody else, it's just not
really
good.
Not your,
weird.
not your thing?
Oh, I
Okay, that's
love
fair.
it.
That's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. You're an idiot, but it's
That's
okay.
fine.
Thank you.
So we got Louis Tully. What horror villain is Rick Moranis?
What Rocky Horror villain?
Oh.
That's not what I was going
Oh,
for.
shit. Damn.
So Rick Moranis, he's kind of an outlier of the group. Like he's
He's
Just
one who
classic
tries really
nerd
hard to try to
tropes
get into the
and-
group, right?
Yeah.
he really wants to be a part of it, but he's just not. He's fetched. They keep trying to make it happen. It's not going to happen. Can I just say he's everybody in The Happening?
You can.
It wants to be a horror movie so bad, but it's just a bad movie.
Okay. I was gonna go with Psycho. What's his name? Norman Bates.
Norman Bates.
Kind of dork, right? Kind of
All
weird.
right,
Got a
yeah.
weird thing for his mom.
You know, yeah, like you think he's harmless, like he's kind of just there, but he might
Yeah.
sneak up on you and
In this
murder
world,
your family.
Right? Yeah. Stay at his hotel. You're in trouble.
I was gonna go with one of the Ghoulies. Remember the Ghoulies?
This is the whole reason we did this, just so you could bring up the Ghoulies.
What?
The Ghoulies are like these little dwarf things.
Do you
and
mean Goonies?
No, Ghoulies.
Okay.
Ghoulies.
Generational gap.
And they'll hide in the toilet even too. You got to be careful.
Stop.
Yeah, we played
Stop it.
a scene from that one year.
Stop this.
You don't want to see it, Sam.
I don't want to see that.
No,
Not at
there's
all.
just there's a scream that comes from the trailer whenever the guy sits on the toilet, so you know what's happening.
Well, I'm
there.
peeing standing up
Gooch
today.
first.
That's what I did.
Cooch first, Chris.
I would have to. I would hover.
Shut up, Chris. Shut up.
I asked to leave like 10 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
you did. That's my
This is
fault.
you didn't usher me out.
I did.
I had a Rick Moranis type moment once. Rick Moranis from Ghostbusters.
Mhm.
Remember when he's running to the restaurant and he's like on the window?
No, that's The Graduate.
Elaine!
Sorry,
And like
go.
everyone in the rest, and he's being chased, and everyone's just looking. They just look at him and then just go on doing their thing.
Oh,
I got drunk on Washington Avenue one night.
Jesus.
Boy, those stories always end well. With
There was
sending
I
some
remember
snow
that.
on the
drunk
ground.
on
I
Washington
remember
Avenue.
this. You told this story.
I
where
had
you
like
just-
2 fishbowls of beer at
getting better
on
and
the
better.
hill.
What?
With all you could eat spaghetti and meatballs. Then we went to
Come
Tangerine, and I had a number of martinis, and I was feeling it. And we were on our
Copious
way to a
number.
sake bar
I would
after
hope
that.
So.
And we were
And-
on our way to a sake bar.
Yeah, and we're walking down the street, and there's an art gallery there with just the windows there, the glass, and I had to throw up, and I put my hands on the glass, and I looked up, and there were people in there, and then I just started throwing up, and they just started looking at me, and then trying to get away from the glass, and then I moved on, and then had some.
Not gonna go through the glass, you pussies.
Gardner, you're so. Oh God. I'm going with.
Back to the game.
I'm going to Ghostface from Scream. It's
Okay.
a character that tried really, really hard to
That's
be
good.
a thing to happen.
Yeah, that's good.
Like,
Oh.
they try to be very literal.
Unintentionally comedic as well. You
Very.
see Rick Moranis, like, what's this little guy doing?
All right. Like
Oh,
really?
I
This
might
is-
watch Scream today.
it was like, oh, it was the ex-boyfriend. Really? Okay.
Matthew Lillard was the killer? What? That Summer Catch Matthew Lillard. That Matthew Lillard?
Right.
Summer catch.
Summer
Oh, that
Catch.
shows a lot about you. You didn't say
gotta tell
you
me
didn't
something.
say SLC Punk,
Oh,
Matthew
whoa,
Lillard.
I do
Wow.
I fucks with SLC Punk.
Okay, man.
hard.
Yeah, if you wanna
But
do
people
Summer
never know it.
Catch,
I say SLC
yeah.
Punk and nobody ever knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you need to hang around more.
I thought you were gonna
skate parks.
do insert actor Gilmore Girls so and so.
Yeah, there
I
it
thought,
is. Yeah.
I'm back and find an episode of Gilmore Girls with Matthew Lillard in it or distinctly mentioned.
That's
I've got-
true.
When I come in next week, I'll have that for you.
I interviewed Jamie Kennedy one-on-one for a long time, and it was really weird talking to him about how popular he got in a matter of months during the like heyday of like if you were in a
So
movie,
good.
movies were such a big deal then. He was like, I was like 20 something, and I couldn't walk anywhere without people losing. Remember how big
That was
Scream
a really
was?
good Jamie Kennedy.
Scream was huge. It still remains one of the highest
was
grossing horror
huge.
films of all time.
But like there was no social media. Like he was a movie star.
But
Just
he
off
also-
posters.
Boom.
Just off posters
Yeah.
and 6 p.m. commercials.
For sure.
yeah, because like 5 networks back then. Again, like so he was on a lot of CW shows.
Beginning
TNN,
to end, perfect
CMT.
franchise.
Oh, there it is, Chris.
What's that?
Beginning to end, perfect franchise.
Really?
Scream.
Interesting.
Including number 4 with Emma Roberts.
I don't know if I did.
Oh,
See Scream
boy.
4?
Yeah, Scream 4 is.
Scream 4 is a treat.
That's actually pretty fun. That's pretty entertaining.
Scr-
actually.
if we went back and watched Scream, it would still be good.
It still
It still holds up.
It
Or
holds up.
entertaining, I
Yeah,
should
it'll
say.
be entertaining enough. It still holds up. It's very, like, on the
It's like
gore
goofy.
scale, it's actually light now
Like the-
compared
yeah.
to some of the films.
But like the suspenseful moments are still like you're still gonna jump a couple times during Scream. I don't care how many times you've seen it.
And it
Something's
was-
gonna catch you.
and then
And
that,
it was
that
fun. It was funny-ish, right?
It was
yeah, it
it
had
was
its
cute.
light moment.
Yeah.
It had its
It
light
said,
moment, but
"Hey, we can be scary and like we can make you laugh till you wet yourself, and then we'll cut your fucking throat."
yeah.
It's like it was Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones.
Wow.
Actually.
Hey, Sydney, want to play a game?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Wow.
not bad.
Uh,
That's pretty good
sorry.
Ghostface.
I thought about being a serial killer. All right.
Let's do Dana Barrett.
Dana Barrett, played by the beautiful Sigourney Weaver, or Signori Weaver,
Or
in the words of
Sojourner Weaver.
No, I wanted to mention
I-
this because on the ride up in the elevator, Sam and I were going through the cast, and he called her Sojourner Weaver.
Full confidence.
No, you racist.
Sigourney.
And
Did I
my
do that right?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was that's how you would do it.
and I
Oh,
just looked
there
Oh,
at
you go.
Sam for a moment, and I'm
And I
like,
said, "Not Sojourner."
I go, Sigourney. He's like, "Are you sure? I don't believe you." And so this
I'm still not
seems-
positive. Let's ask listeners at home, watchers at home.
Well, my friend Sean says Signorvi,
Yep, there is
Signori,
that
that
part.
is
so he
Signori.
can't say her name properly either. This seems to be a trend on this show. Is why I wanted to bring this up.
Signori.
Sigourney. Giorno
Oh,
Weaver.
Uh-oh.
By the way, have you met another Signor? Nah,
I was gonna
I'm
ask
saying
that.
it like Sean. No, I'm saying it like
No, I was gonna
Jesus.
ask that. There's not. I've never met. Like, there's even dudes named Elvis.
Right,
Like, there's
Sigourney
never. I've never
Weaver.
met a Sigourney.
Siegfried and Roy Weaver.
Okay.
I need Sean to find a way to interview Sigourney Weaver now.
Yeah, that'd be
Sigmund
good.
Freud Weaver.
Sigmund Freud.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
I don't know. She's such a delightful character in the film.
She was great in Avatar.
Nothing was great in Avatar. Fuck that movie.
Thank you, Sam. I think we all collectively agree with you there. I am,
Fake ass Pocahontas, which is fake ass Dances with Wolves. Fuck that movie.
Yeah, that's very true. I don't know.
I was thinking, what about the girl from The Ring?
Samara.
Yes.
Samara, very
Fuck that little
beautiful
girl.
young girl, and she would jump out of TV screens. By the way, I love the spoofs of The Ring.
That's
the spoofs.
more
of
than
The
I
Ring.
love the. I don't like. I've never seen The Ring, but
Anytime
I love the,
something that looks like a real child gets like beat up, it's hilarious. You know, because that's like
It
every.
is.
Yeah, it is.
It is. I don't know why that is, but it is. It works.
I'm sorry. We need a sidebar. I saw a GIF yesterday of a dude like he's trying to feed his like is like a 6-month-old trying to feed him food. And he's like and so he takes the stuffed doll. It's like a Mickey Mouse, and he tries to feed Mickey Mouse, and Mickey Mouse he makes go and then he beats the shit out of the Mickey Mouse, and then gives the food to his son again. He eats it immediately, and his son's just like, he's terrified. Traumatized this 6-month-old by beating the shit out of a Mickey Mouse.
Must have been a black parent.
Mia Jackson apologizing to her thousands of followers here in the St. Louis area for missing this morning.
Or
was Mia supposed to be in?
what about
Her special comes out tonight on Comedy Central.
Hell yeah.
what
Real
about
excited for
this
that.
too? You tie in Sigourney, Sigourney.
See, it sounds right when you like
the Queen Alien. The Queen Alien.
Oh, from Alien, which starred, of course, Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. The Queen Alien from Alien,
'Cause
playing
in it-
Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
And
What a turn of
Ghostbusters.
events.
That is a turn of events.
I'm gonna go Megan Fox,
God, don't-
Jennifer's Body.
God, what a fantastic film that was.
You reveal so much of yourself.
I owe her
on
so
this
many
show.
apologies. I talked so much shit about that movie when it came out, but when you go back and watch it, it's kind of the perfect movie.
And not only this, I think it not only is a good
keep
movie.
using this phrase.
But not only that, yeah, I wouldn't go as far as say perfect, but it is a very entertaining film.
I haven't seen it. Actually.
But I will say this also about Megan Fox. I think she technically missed her calling. She should do more comedy films.
Yes.
Well, she got tied in with Judd Apatow.
She did. But she's phenomenal, and I believe the final season of New Girl.
Stop that.
She's in the final season.
I know she's in it.
But she does very well because
We disagree on this.
Really, you didn't think she was good?
I didn't like that. I didn't like that storyline at all.
Really?
It wasn't so much about her. She probably did a fine job. It was. All right, I don't give a fuck, dude.
Hey man, this is New Girl. Okay, you're not gonna sit up here.
It's not even. What is this? This is appropriation.
Oh, so sorry.
This is October appropriation.
My comedic goal is to make the next generation's New Girl. Like that's a fantastic show. Two black main characters.
He'll only be involved if he can do the voice. We'll let you do the voice.
What
do the voice? You know who the voice.
What are you talking
do the
about?
voice.
What
do
voice?
the voice from New Girl.
Sorry, this is getting way more fun watching you flip out.
Do the voice.
What voice?
You know who
I want to
voice.
hear the voice.
I don't know what you mean.
There it is. Now he feels better.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
let's
his,
talk about it.
That's
That's
his Zoe
adorable.
That's your Zoe Deschanel.
That's his Zoe Deschanel.
There's no anything. I'm gonna.
You telling me if Zoe Deschanel didn't walk in this room right now, you wouldn't holler?
I don't know. Is she
What?
pretty?
Is
Do
she
we?
pretty?
Do you think she's pretty?
Yeah, she's very pretty. Zoe Deschanel? She's very pretty. All right, let's move on. Egon,
No Megan
played by
Anderson.
the amazing Harold
Rick
Ramis.
Moranis. Wait.
Harold Ramis.
Okay.
Harold Ramis.
All right. So to
Harold
confirm, Rick Moranis doesn't have 2 roles in Ghostbusters. All right,
No,
I just
he
want to make
doesn't.
sure. Okay.
Doing an Eddie Murphy thing. He wears a fat suit. He was the Stay Puft Marshmallow. Yeah.
Egon, was he the smartest of the bunch?
He was up there. Him and Ray.
Yeah,
Dan
because
Aykroyd.
everybody's kind of like, "Fuck you, Egon," right? He's the friend that you shit on. He's the friend that gets
Yes.
roasted in the group text for
Yes,
sure.
yes, definitely. Egon, but he was a very smart guy. I'm going to give him Hannibal Lecter.
Okay.
I'll sign off on that.
I'll take it.
Yeah, just very particular, very
Set in his ways.
He
knows what he's about.
Very intelligent.
Okay.
Very methodical about his approach.
Okay.
You can tell he has a little bit of another side to him that's probably you don't want to get on.
Or Patrick Bateman, American Psycho.
Ooh, I actually prefer that one a little bit better.
Is that a horror movie?
That
I
was
guess
one
he's
of
a
the
murderer.
American-
It's got
Yeah.
American Psycho. It's got America and Psycho in it, so those are 2 horrible things.
He eats a
What I
woman.
did there.
But did
eats
he?
a woman.
But did he?
All right, I'm not here to discuss fucking cinematics.
But did he?
On screen,
Here goes Chris.
yes. Yes, that scene. Are you implying that scene wasn't in the movie?
I don't know. Did you smoke marijuana when you were watching it?
I've never touched a drug. I don't
It's
know
like
if
everybody
tells
who
me.
wants to
Nice,
know,
that was good.
oh, the thimble falls in Inception. The point of the ending of Inception
Come on.
is that we don't know. That's the beauty of the ending.
What about Shutter Island?
I didn't mind that twist.
Oh, it grew on me.
It grew on me. But that twist in Inception,
He was
everybody's
dead.
like,
He was dead the whole time.
everybody keeps asking Nolan.
I wish
Does the thing fall at the end? And Nolan's like, you idiots! The point is you don't know. That's the beauty. Sorry, I get very.
I wish
defensive
Scorsese
about
would
it.
stop criticizing Marvel movies and go back to making Shutter Island. Just
Yeah,
make it on Shutter Island.
yeah, get his ass.
Leo needs another motherfucking check.
Yeah, he does. I miss me some Leo.
Is Leo in The Irishman?
No, he is not, but he is in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay.
I haven't seen that one though. We got two more left.
But he hates it. There's no black lead.
Yep. I had to think about it. Yep, I am correct. I'm gonna say, does Samuel L. Jackson even show up in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I haven't seen
it.
Okay, I haven't heard anybody say
I'm way
anything
over
else.
Quentin Tarantino.
I am too, surprisingly. Can't believe it.
I
Can't believe
fucks
I
with
was able to get to
Django,
that day.
but he really didn't. He didn't need to do anything after Django.
He really didn't. He could have stopped right there, couldn't have.
The only two Quentin Tarantino movies that existed were Inglourious Bastards and Django Unchained. I think the world would still be a perfectly fine place.
I concur. You got to get Pulp Fiction in there.
Pulp Fiction's good, but like we don't.
What?
Oh,
we don't need it.
Are you gonna say fuck that movie?
No, never. Never.
Kind of a half fuck that movie.
It's just the acknowledgement that there are better. Reservoir Dogs is for sure better than Pulp Fiction.
No.
I disagree.
It's a great movie, but
great
I
movie, I think
disagree
it's
with that statement.
Ray Stantz, played by the amazing Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd,
Who
by
I
the way.
elbowed at a bar accident.
And he's like a ghost guy now. He's a ghost hunter. He's kind
no,
of
no.
a
I was about to ask
paranormal
you,
guy.
very
so
nice
he's
way to
alive.
put it.
He's alive.
Dan Aykroyd?
Dan Aykroyd
Yeah.
is very
Okay,
alive.
all right.
Yeah.
But he's now on the. I wouldn't even say he's on the. I think he is like he's Hollywood's crazy uncle, or one of their crazy uncles.
He's
like,
with it.
Ghost
He's
hunting
not.
with him.
He's not like.
No, he's not crazy.
He's not like off the reservation. You're not
Right,
Like,
he's
this
not off the
guy's-
reservation.
You're not like this
He's
guy's
eclectic.
manic.
There you go.
He is balls deep in
Into that stuff. Yeah,
conspiracy,
he loves that. That's his
alien,
thing.
everything.
He's into that. That's his thing.
Like it was like, and not a whole lot of proof
Which also-
backing up of the stuff he's really into. Too. I'm like, man.
By the
come
way,
on,
that
Dan.
also speaks highly of the type of cocaine that the cast members at SNL had during the 80s. Because, my
boy.
God, everybody who was a cast member at SNL in the 80s, sweet Jesus, just we got to figure out where they are right now mentally in life. Like Chevy Chase himself is just like, damn, what was y'all doing?
What was that movie where where Joel McHale played Chevy Chase? He said he got a real nasty call from Chevy Chase because he was just doing bowls of cocaine. They did it. It was about the guys who created
Mad Magazine?
Yeah, Mad Magazine, and yeah, Chevy Chase doing like loads of cocaine. And
Well,
that.
and also because probably was also took a person because they were on Community together, and I think that probably didn't help.
don't
Like,
think-
damn man, how you gonna do that to me? We
That's
castmates.
That's, I like
I don't
that.
think Joel minded it.
Yeah, but yeah.
Joe can give a fuck.
God, wouldn't you just want to be Joel McHale?
Yeah, he's a handsome devil.
He's got a cool career. I didn't say anything.
Oh,
about
I
it,
mean,
but-
yeah, man, he's funny. Sorry, so we got Ray Stantz. Ray Stantz is kind of the quirky, goofy Dan Aykroyd.
Oh.
Ray
He's
Stantz is
smart.
Dan Aykroyd. He's very smart.
Somebody say quirky.
Jesus.
What?
I like
Is he
that one.
adorkable?
I liked it that time.
Who was? What was the
wasn't
character
pressured
from
into it
The
either.
Shining?
Oh,
Played by Jack Nicholson.
I can't remember.
I can't remember his
Is
name.
it
either.
Johnny or something?
Yeah.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
Shining.
because he says Johnny's. Yeah, whatever.
He's goofy but sinister. He's playful but killer. I'm feeling Pennywise.
That's good.
Ooh,
Nice
I like
pull.
that. I like
The
that.
dancing clown from It, for you
From It.
fucking virgins.
Oh, I don't get it.
There's people who don't know who that is. Like there's
Are people
there's
really?
people who haven't seen either It.
How
or
is
read
the
the
new
book.
one? Was the
That's-
new one interesting? Or
The
good?
new one was.
I
Like,
I think I was a little bitch about the first. I did not
Part
enjoy
one
it.
was-
I
I
thought the
loved
first
part
one
one.
was
I thought
lame.
part one,
I loved-
story-wise, was good.
like I thought the part one movie 2017 whenever I thought that was fantastic. I thought part two was just
I haven't seen part
fine.
Too many people that I respect liked that first one, and I'm mad at myself. I thought like how you reacted to Stranger Things the first season. I was about that
That's
with it.
fair.
I was like, that was lame.
Okay.
Which
That's
is-
what
which
I,
I'm mad
Like I love period pieces. I love anything where it's the 80s. And so I should have loved Stranger Things,
Mm-hmm.
but I just don't. And I've tried so many times.
I wish I could lie. I'd maybe had a little bit of wine. The ending
Today?
of season
Oh.
3, yeah, this morning with my eggs. Ending of season 3, there may have been some salt discharge. from my eye.
Jesus,
I
man.
was so into
Oh,
it. It
man.
was so good. It was so
That was a
good.
good ending.
Man, that was
very good.
descriptive.
Yeah.
Salty discharge. And finally, the great Peter Venkman, played by the even greater Bill Murray.
This one feels obvious to me.
By the way, we need to correct this. National Lampoon's Magazine. Yeah.
National Lampoon, my apologies.
Good call, Tom.
Bill Murray, I think Peter Venkman is got to be Chucky. Playful.
What? No, Bill Murray's
sinister.
iconic. You got to go
He's
with the.
Bill
you got to
Murray
go
is-
with the goat. I'm going. I'm going Michael Myers.
Yeah, for sure. Bill Murray is a constant This is weird, this agreeing thing. But Bill Murray is a constant presence in our lives. We think we don't necessarily want to be rid of him. We think we're going to be rid of him, but we're not. Every time we turn the corner, he's there. Every time we turn the corner, who's there? Michael fucking Myers.
That's
they
also
killed him in
okay.
the second movie. The third season of The Witch was every Halloween movie after Halloween 2 was supposed to be just a different Halloween-related story. Season of The Witch was so bad, they brought Michael Myers back to life for Halloween 4, and that's why we've had so many since then.
Gardner's vehemently disagreeing.
I think he's Freddy Krueger. I think he's iconic, yeah.
Ooh,
but
I like the Freddy
man.
Krueger.
Because Peter Venkman is witty and delivers one-liners.
Yeah.
Like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Like when
yeah.
what's the famous one? Is it in Nightmare on Elm Street? Is it the second one where the kid's reading the porno mag and on the waterbed starts dreaming? So then Freddy Krueger kills him on the waterbed and goes, "How's that for a wet dream?"
Fuck, that is good.
So I think with the lines, the way they delivered, I think of Freddy Krueger. I agree, iconic, and you made a good argument for Michael Myers. I just think that because of the way Freddy Krueger delivers his lines, that it fits Venkman in that character.
Well, meet me halfway. How about if he is Freddy versus Jason?
Okay.
He's just the movie.
He's
just
the
that
Freddy
movie.
versus
That movie,
Jason.
okay.
All right, I can meet you halfway.
I went and saw from, what is that, Freddy vs. Jason? Was that like around 2004?
Something like that.
Or 5? I went and saw that because there's this band from Autumn to Ashes that did a song and they played at the end of it. I was like, I want to catch this song.
Oh,
and they
God,
played it.
Chris.
That's why I refused to go to horror movies. I'm so embarrassed at my actions
Do you
when
still
I was
listen to
19.
From Autumn to Ashes?
No, I don't.
Do they have a song where in the video the lead singer just got the guitar and he leans back for a riff and I'm waiting. And
No,
he
they're
just
like
wails into
really
it?
hardcore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like it. From
Oh,
Autumn
you're
to Ashes
thinking.
doesn't sound
I
like
think that was part of the charm. It sounded like an emo. You're talking. You just described Dashboard Confessional,
Did I?
The Further Seems Forever. Good talk. All right, next.
That is it.
Let's talk about My Chemical Romance.
Oh, they got back together. Yeah. They're gonna tour again. So congrats to Tommy.
Did the table just lift when he heard that yesterday?
He would
Flip
tell you
over
it
and
lift
smack
really,
Travis in
really
the
far up. Yeah.
I lifted pretty far. All right, that's not. That's
There we go.
that's an off-air conversation.
Big thanks to all of our sponsors that have undoubtedly jumped off board. Tech Electronics, thanks for helping us with the studio. You guys support everything we're doing. Like, come to Flyover next week. Target practice, we're doing it Thursday. Get tickets online.
Flyover
Check out
Comedy
Flyover.
Fest. There
it's
it
gonna
is.
be a heck of a time.
.com, Thursday
Yes.
through Saturday in the Grove.
Very excited about that. For Travis, for Sam Lyons, for Yale Hollander, for Chris Gardner, for the absent Mia Jackson, Chris Denman. We're back Monday live at 8 a.m. See you then.
Peace.